All right, what is going on? Welcome to tonight's live stream. Dan from Rebel Gaming Club, what is going on? Raza from UK, what's up, brother? Just want to double check, make sure you guys can hear me. If you can hear me coming through, nod twice. Once for yes, twice for no. All right, we'll let some people filter in. Dan, I just sent you an invitation through Hangout, so that should be heading your way. Retro Fakes, what is going on, man? Dragon Ball Super Fights, what is going on, man? Very cool profile pic. We'll give everybody a couple minutes, see who still wants to join. Try not to break my computer in the process. Dinos Games 988, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. Change your profile pic again, man. Another Yoshi pic. You're the man. You're like Dean Malenko of Yoshi pics. You're the man of 1,000 Yoshi pics. Edge for Gaming, what's going on? You got your shirt on tonight? I saw you on Tight White stream. No shirt. APOC, what's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by. All right. We already got 10 people in the stream. That's awesome.
I join right now,
but you broke the internet.
I did break the internet. You're welcome.
You know what's funny is I've got you on speakerphone and I just said that over Google Hangout, so the people on the Hangout have no idea what I'm talking about. They just said you broke the internet.
Well, I mean, unless they were on my stream, unless they moved to yours.
Yeah, it's like because a lot of these people, if you guys don't know, I'm gonna hold my phone. I'm actually talking to Alex from Alex's Arcade. We're trying to still figure out what his issue is over there. I think it might be technical, might be a headset or.
My dad's doing a thing on my computer. I have no idea. He's like a geek. He's trying to. He messed with the sound system on my computer. Now he's rebooting it, so I don't know if it's gonna work or not. But I can stream tomorrow if it does work, and if it doesn't, I'll have to figure something out later. And I will test it this time.
Yeah. So. Like I said, I just create an event because you can. So you can create an event. And it's going to ask you for a start date and a start time, and if you just put like today, and then if it's 9 a.m., put the start time at like 3 p.m. Fill out all the information. Make sure you get the under the type. Make sure you get that right, and then create the event. You can then go in and just start streaming right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
I don't really get back from school until 4:45. So.
All right.
Well, I guess you're an hour ahead of me, I think.
Yeah, we're an hour ahead of you over on the East Coast.
It's like 7:07 right now. So it's around 8 o'clock. I should probably start the stream. If I am gonna do it tomorrow, I should probably start it later, just because I didn't have enough time to work anything out. In fact, I was actually late starting it. I said I was gonna do it at 5:30, and I think I started it at like 5:40 or something like that. So.
Okay. Yeah, man. I tell you what, brother. It's trial by fire. Every time I do a hangout or a live stream or mess around with YouTube and creating events and all that stuff, I learned something a little bit different. So don't get discouraged. Just you be patient and try and work through it and figure out what the issue is, and then go from there. But if you need anything, you got my email, you got my phone number.
Alright.
All right, brother. Good luck.
Alright.
All right, man. Bye.
Anyway, but again, I'm very, very appreciative of it. I mean, this call has already been going for an hour, so.
I know. I don't even talk to my wife for an hour during the day. All right, man. Our stream's just getting started, so I'm gonna let you go. Let you and your dad figure out what you broke and how much it's gonna cost. All right, man. All right, bye. All right, bye. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Just trying to help out Alex there. Dan from the one and only Rebel Gaming Club into the Hizzy, Foshizzy, Rizzy, Rebel Gaming, Hizzy, all that good stuff.
What's up,
How was
Chris?
your day? Nothing, man. How was your day?
It was good. It was a really productive day, actually. I got a lot done today.
Nice. Let's see,
How about
Jason.
yours?
It was good. Jason Rotberg stopped by. I don't know if you saw, but I got a package in the mail.
I saw that. That was a nice package.
It was a good package, and yeah, I definitely appreciate that, man. That was awesome. I've already listened to the album, well, the CD twice, and when I showed my wife the actual album, she was like, "That's amazing. How did you print a record like that?"
Oh, I mean the picture discs. I mean you can have them done. It just costs more money. That's all. So
It's pretty sweet.
did you get a chance to listen to the record yet?
Not the actual record. I've listened to the CD twice
Awesome.
already. I listened to it when I was out in the car. Well, I was out in the car doing a year of the PlayStation pickup, which was pretty awesome today.
Yeah, you found some good stuff?
I found a good game, a game that I did not have that I'm excited to have, and then I did a little eBay slang. So hopefully that will be in the mail. And actually, it is on the mail. The guy actually sent me a shipping notification and the tracking about 2 hours after I paid for it.
Maybe you bought something from me today then.
Well, I bought it on Saturday.
Oh, then it
I
wasn't
bought
me.
Sunday. I bought it yesterday. So, yeah, it was a good day. Today was a good day. All right, we've got 11 people in here. I just want to make a very, very quick announcement before we get to the meat and taters, as they say, of the live stream tonight. I have created a Facebook account. So you guys can check me out on Facebook. I'm still trying to learn how to group pictures together and set everything up. I'm still in the setup stage. But I left a link to my Facebook page in the description of this live stream. So it was kind of funny. I set up my live stream, or not my live stream, but my Facebook at, let's call it 5:32, because whatever. 2 minutes later, I get a friend request from a guy that I used to play darts with like 10 years ago that I haven't been able to get in contact with. 2 minutes, this guy found me on Facebook. So we won like 3 or 4 championships. We took third place in a team league championship kind of thing. Both won MVPs. Really good dude. Lives in Kentucky now. So yeah, definitely check out my Facebook, and it's kind of interesting because it says in there, what kind of music you like, and I put in like Tom Petty and Creedence, and River City Rebels, of course. But I didn't know if Dan had a new band. I didn't know if I thought you said you were in a new band.
Yeah,
But,
I do have a new band, but yet no one cares about anything I do now. So
not on Facebook.
no, there's a few people that care about it, but majority just care about the Rebels.
Nice. It's good stuff. Is that you singing?
Sure is.
Nice. Somebody's saying in the comments, Dragon Ball saying he He sent me a friend request. Dude, guys, I'm doing the stream. I'm monitoring the comments, and I'm trying not to cough myself to death. So if you sent me a friend request, I'm not on Facebook right this second, but sometime tonight or tomorrow, I will get to that. And basically, that page is set up for the gaming stuff, right? That's not a family thing where you're going to see my aunts and my uncles and stuff like that. But all my gaming friends, all that kind of stuff, definitely is going to be there. Also, just sort of some housekeeping stuff for live streaming. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go from 8 a.m. or from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. again. Right, those days may be over. So we might do streams where we start at 7 and maybe go to 11 or midnight and get our 4 or 5 hours every other week there. But yeah, I actually haven't even had a drink since the last time you guys saw me on a stream. Was that like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Just everything's going on right now. We're doing the YouTube thing, the family thing, and when I drink till 4 o'clock in the morning, to be honest with you, Tuesday is now shot to hell, and I need my Tuesdays to do stuff. That's my day off, so we cannot continue to do that. So I hope that doesn't chap anybody's ass or anything like that, but we may change the format a little bit. 8 to 11 midnight, 7 p.m. to 11 or midnight. So with that said, Dan, do you have anything that anything you want to bring up on the stream this evening?
Well, we were just talking about last week about selling on eBay, and I got fired up today, and around 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, I started posting stuff on eBay.
Yeah, would you post?
And I sold 3 things already.
Wow, very nice. What'd you post on there?
Well, the things I sold Mario Kart 64, I sold Mario 64, and I sold Mary Kate and Ashley 2 DVDs. I sold those as well.
Nice. Were those just doubles in your collection, or did you get those at like thrift stores? I mean, how'd you get the items?
Well, I just picked up the Mario Kart 64 for $20 thrifting last week, and the Mario 64 I've had in the collection is a double, and then the Mary Kate and Ashley DVDs I've had for months. But I think Fluffy said it, or someone else said that those are worth some money, and sure enough, I made like $20 off them. So he was correct.
That's awesome. That Fluffy Gamer is a plethora of knowledge when it comes to DVD, because I don't take the time to look through every DVD. You know what I mean? I kind of look for anime stuff or like collector's pack and then sealed stuff. But yeah, I don't know. That's awesome, man. I need to fire up the eBay as well. Hopefully, Tight White can join us, and Slow CVC can join us. John can join us because they are eBay superstars. Checking my phone, make sure they didn't text me. And I'd really like to learn how to use eBay. It's also a shipping thing. So, you know, how do you prefer to ship and stuff on eBay?
Well, I mean, if you have a cheap scale, you can get one that, like a food scale. So essentially, you package all your stuff, and then you put it on the scale. Usually comes to around 4 ounces. And so when you're doing the shipping, it allows you to tack that on to the price. So like I sold my Mario Kart today for $44 plus $2.67 for shipping. And then you just print it out on your computer and slap the label right on. And essentially, you pay for the postage right through your banking account, through your PayPal.
Oh, okay. So when someone buys it, say I bought, a $50 item from you, and I PayPal that to you immediately, then you would just go into your eBay, and then it would ask you how much does this cost, or how much does it weigh, and you put that in there, and it'll calculate a cost for you.
Pretty much, and it already knows if you state the item. They have like a record of what these things weigh and what the shipping should be, so almost automatically knows what the weight's going to be. Sometimes it's off, but for the most part, you know what it's going to be. And the thing is, I mean, once you sell something, you have to wait, 20 days or something before your money clears into your account. so you don't have access to that money until that date.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah,
So
it's the only downside of it.
if you're starting up on eBay, you're going to need to deposit some money into your PayPal so you can readily use that immediately just for shipping.
For the shipping, but it's your PayPal is hooked up to your bank account anyways, so it can be
Right.
one and the same.
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. I definitely, like I said, man, I definitely want to get on eBay because that seems where you get higher margins, right? You get a better deal, I guess. But you gotta kind of know how to work for it. You gotta know what to do, you know.
It's not as hard as you think. It's just a matter of just doing it and spending a couple hours and saying, this is what I'm doing. And you get the hang of it in how to post and what you say and your descriptions.
Okay. Captain Retro saying that what you were saying about the wait time says at first, but after you're established, it goes right away. Same thing with Amazon, 2-week turnaround on payments. APOC then says once you build a rapport with PayPal and eBay, it only takes like 3 days or so. That's pretty interesting. Captain Retro says that Amazon is better. Why is that, Captain Retro? And Chasing the Classic, what's going on, man?
Hey, Brad.
Great giveaway the other day, as usual. Yeah, John, Soviet CVC had a claim going on with eBay, and I don't know if there was resolution, but he said he wanted to talk about something that happened with the claim, and then also if I don't know if Tight White's everybody's been sick lately. I don't know if Tight White is going to be able to make it, but he's an established eBay seller with his own eBay store and things like that. But I think for his eBay store, he just like tells us about it. I don't know if he makes that public. I don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah, I don't think he really goes into details. Obviously, I don't. It's probably not the best idea to give those kind of details away, anyways.
That you have a store.
Yeah, I don't think that Obviously, you could try to for him, he's got what 5,000 subscribers, so maybe that's a fan base built in that would like support and buy his stuff. But then maybe it gets a little messy too, by having those people buy from him.
Mile High Game Hunters, what's going on? He says he always finds these streams when he's about to walk out for a cigarette. Captain Retro said that Amazon cares about their sellers.
Yeah, he was saying that last time, and if it was super simple to set up, I think I would have done it. But I think last time I looked into it, it didn't seem as simple as eBay, and I was kind of deterred from doing that.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I know zero about either. I think I've purchased a couple things off of Amazon, and a handful or so of things off of eBay. I've never sold anything, of course, and I've never had to send anything back. On. All right. CamRetro saying it's a little bit more involved than eBay, but not much. Team percentage, 10%. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm fighting it. I actually had to call off work Friday night and Saturday night, and I do not call off work.
Did you watch any of the T-Dubs trade show?
I did, and I wanted to talk about it with him when he's in here. I wanted to see, how that worked out. The first part of it was interesting because everybody's like, I got this game, I got this game, I got this game. And then Captain Retro over there, Captain Retro, he's like, I got the case for this, 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 the case for this. Yeah, I got 2 Def Jam cases. Oh wait, this one doesn't have the manual. This one, I thought he's got an empty case.
No, the best part about it, he's just like, you see anything behind me you like, it's up for trade.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't care. Like he'll trade anything for the most part. I don't think he's sentimental about too many things in his collection, which I don't know how he does it because I can't do that.
Yeah, yeah. If it's like a higher end or something that I paid money for or something cool that I found, you know what I mean? I don't know if I could get rid of it unless I'm trading it for something else that I would want more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's still
Uh,
hard. I would have a hard time doing that.
Captain Retro says it got hairy for a minute. It did. The old Bad Company Gaming Captain Retro feud was a thing. It was a real
I was
thing.
trying to smooth it out. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, damn playing Peacemaker. Captain Retro says he's got about 50 things he'll never get rid of. Yeah, and I like Fred. Fred's a cool dude, but I think Tight kind of hit it on the head. We have a little bit thicker skin than he does, and I think he did take that as a sign of offense or disrespect. But I thought they handled it. I thought they talked it through like they should, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, there was no malice there. That was just having fun.
Yeah, I agree. So good for them. It didn't turn into a I'm gonna get you thrown off a Facebook war. And see, that's the thing. We're 30s, 40. We're old people now. We don't have time for that bullet. I'm gonna get you kicked off of Twitch. Like, who cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's real. It was real petty, I thought.
yeah, Captain Retro doesn't know because he's not in our text group. But like, Bad Company, Shad Juice, CVC, Tight White's the one. He's the instigator. If you guys didn't know, myself. I don't know who else is in there. Like every Blast Mode 7, Dan might be in there. Long
I'm I'm
Shot.
I'm
I
in
don't
there.
know. Mike Matei could be in there. I don't know. I don't even know who's in this group anymore. But we're all like, hey, nice collaboration video with Captain Retro Bad Company. And he's like, I didn't let him use that. That's copyright infringement. It's like, and then it would die down. Right? Like we'd talk about something else. Hey, I got these pickups this week. And then Shad Juice would be like, hey, how much is Captain Retro paying you in royalties for doing that work on his video? You know what I mean? Like it would just keep coming up. So yeah, it was interesting. But like I'm
Yeah,
saying, glad they worked it out, man.
I guess chasing the classics. Brad saying he still needs to see the chicken video.
Oh, brother, you got to watch it. It's
It's good.
I'm not even going to explain it to you. You just to go watch it. Speaking of classics, that video is an instant classic.
Speaking of Fred, he was eating tofu today.
On his channel?
No, he didn't do it on his channel. I guess he went to Moe's and had a burrito, and they put tofu in it, and that was like groundbreaking. So he turned to me, his vegetarian friend, to converse about it. It was good for him.
Tofu burrito. That's pretty funny. New people entering the room. Captain Retro, Chasing Classic. Guys, I started a Facebook page. The link is in the description down below if you're interested in Facebook, social networking, or whatever you kids call it nowadays. I wanted to talk about the Super Bowl, but I feel like I've already done that. We did a pre-game and then a post-game on the Super Bowl. I didn't really care either way, I guess. I mean, there's always the Tom Brady thing, but it was a hell of a game. And one of the things that came out of it was this idea that the NFL needs to change its overtime rules. So I just wanted to see what anybody thought on that. So, Big Dan.
I didn't. In what manner do you think they should change it? What was the problem?
The NFL rule right now is if you get the ball in overtime, you get first possession, you go down and you score a touchdown, the game's over. If you go down and score a field goal, then the other team gets a possession. I would like to see equal possession.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I mean, you could change the rules so you get a chance to match that touchdown, but yeah, I'm not sure. You think with the Super Bowl they would. I could see how other games, regular season, you wouldn't want to do that, but Super Bowl you want that definitive winner and not because of a coin toss.
Right. So that was sort of a thing. The college overtime rule is the college overtime rule. It's an equal possession starting at the 25-yard line. You know what I mean? You get one timeout per period or whatever it is. So that is what it is. I'd like to see the NFL go to equal possession. So the Patriots would have gotten the ball. Actually, the Patriots probably wouldn't have taken the ball because they'd put Atlanta on offense first. And if Atlanta kicked a field goal or didn't get a first down and had to punt, then the Patriots know they need a touchdown or a field goal for the win. But regardless, Patriots would have taken the ball. They drive down the length of the field, score a touchdown. Uh, the Falcons would have had an opportunity to also score a touchdown. It would have made it pretty exciting if you got into one of those fourth and short or fourth and long type situations where the game was on the line, and you had to make a play. So I don't know. It's food for thought.
Yeah, I mean it's how it's been for years. I mean the fact that they actually changed it so the field goal wouldn't win it for you, I mean was a big deal. So I guess baby steps.
CMRetro says that they should go back to the 10-minute quarter. Okay. I don't really have any argument with that. But like Dan's saying, you get into a regular season game, the third game of the season, you go into overtime. If that game goes on and on and on, or goes, I don't know. It's one of those things. I mean, somebody you could lose a key player for the rest of the season, because you're trying to get a conference win. And I didn't think the commercials in the Super Bowl were that good.
No, it was awful. It was really
Yeah.
bad this year.
Yeah. The only one that was really, really memorable to me was the Cam Newton one, where it's like Pee Wee football, and the dad's like, "Oh, he's like Cam Newton," and
Oh,
then Cam Newton, he's like little kids, and he's got Cam Newton's hand so big, and it just covers their entire helmet. He's like pushing them out of the way, which is
that was
hilarious.
pretty good.
But other than that, I didn't think that they were good.
Well, I mean, I turned the game off when they went down 21 by 21 points. I turned it off and I didn't turn it back on until you texted me saying they're down by 8, which I thought you were messing with me. I couldn't believe it.
All right, Dat Game Collector, thanks for stopping by. Game Play It. Thanks for stopping by. Jacob Chaplin, Mr. 1000 subscriber winner, thanks for stopping by. Neutral Mystic says hello. Hello back. Jared says, hey man, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by. Jason Rotbergs, hope you're not dying, dude. I hope you're feeling better. The Gorilla Gamer. Now, I remember in a movie with Snake Plissken, it wasn't Snake Plissken, where Martin Short was like, it's gorillas, not gorillas. Gorillas are native to equatorial Africa. He said gorillas, not gorillas. What's the movie? Anybody? Bueller? Insert Jeopardy music.
Well, I watched Escape from LA last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are the chances you were going to bring that up?
Yeah. Oh,
What are the
CMRetro's
chances?
correcting me. Snake Plissken. Yeah, you're right. But you know how it sounds, right?
Yeah.
The movie starring Snake Plissken, where Martin Short's walking through the jungle having the gorilla chat is Captain Ron.
Captain Ron.
Big fan of the Captain Ron.
That is a good one.
You drinking my beer, Swab? No. That's right. You want a beer? You get your own beer. I just subscribed to Gorilla Gamer this week, and I forget whose channel I was watching, and they met. Oh, NES Addict. I was watching NES Addict, and he did a collab or a tag or something, and I stumbled upon Gorilla Gamer's channel. So definitely going through your backlog, man. It's just going to take a little bit of time. I think I watched 2 or 3 of his videos, like tag videos and top 5 NES type stuff. That's typically what I go to first.
Yeah, Will's a great guy, and since you're on Facebook now, I'll add you to the group that our Facebook group, Water Cooler, which is a great little group of guys. Mosley's in there, who does the reviews for Rebel Gaming Club.
Yeah.
Will the Gorilla Gamer's in there. Nintendo. There's a bunch of really good dudes in there.
Nice.
It's a good way to promote your videos too, because everyone in there is doing the same thing and supporting each other.
It's definitely cool, man. And that's a lot of people say that about YouTube when they start, especially like guys that are in our age group, right? That 30 to 45-ish group. And well, I didn't know the community was going to be so nice, and I didn't know it was like this, and you know what I mean? And it's one of those things I'm definitely glad that I did.
Yeah, no, there's been a handful of people that have just been so awesome and really kind right off the bat to make you feel like, you're doing something all right and, not pushing you away.
All right, Retro says, been a long time since he's seen Captain Ron. They're still going back and forth about the Bad Company rating scale. And he says he picked up Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy 3 today. CIB, which is nice. Jason said he's sick and sounds like a boring robot most of the time. Jacob says he's... What did he say?
I'm drinking wine.
Drinking wine,
Screw piss beer.
Piss beer? Is piss beer, is that a new microbrew? I got 12-ounce bottles in the trash can in time. I could get you some right now. Yeah, I like Mosley's reviews, man. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, Mosley's awesome. He's a great guy.
He said, CMRetro says that we're talking about the community and especially like guys in our age group. About we just do it because we like to do it and we're not here for the drama. But he says, and then CMRetro says, then CMRetro makes you a star in one of his videos and you get called an asshole.
Yeah, that
Wow.
was. I feel like everyone just fired Fred up to do that. I mean, I probably should have defused that right away. I saw that coming too. I think everyone did. Maybe that's why it was going to be so funny. Sorry, Captain Retro.
Radio Gold. Retro games, vinyl, and beer. What's going on, man? Hey, we need to go out and do some game hunting or meet up and hang out or something.
Good old Shelton.
Got to do a collab video. We live like 10 minutes away from each other. It's ridiculous.
That's crazy, huh?
You go meet at. I said let's go meet at Warp Zone Games and hang out. Warp Zone Games in Hilliard, Ohio, is a really awesome store. They do a lot of imports. Like Darren imports a lot of stuff, so they always have that kind of stuff on hand. And the domestic stuff too. But it's just interesting to go in there and see like cotton.
Stuff you'll never see anywhere else. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I still kick myself because I guess this was last year. They had the copy of Gargoyle's Quest 2 for the NES, which is a game on my list. It's not on my short list, but it's a game I'd like to get. And I think it was $64.99 or something. And at that time, it was a $60 or $65 game. And I didn't pick it up. And I wish I just would have ponied up the $65 and paid for it. You know what I mean?
I mean, that happens all the time, though. I mean, there's been so many times where I've seen something and passed on it and then kicked myself in the ass.
Yeah. It's crazy. Retro Games Vinyl and Beer says that he's down. He lives right by Warp Zone Games. And yes, I will be going to CorgsCon this year. Is it still going to be at the fairgrounds over in Hilliard? That was interesting last year. Okay, so they used to have it at this convention. It's the biggest convention we have in Columbus for retro games, you know. And they used to have it at this place called Fort Rapids. It's like a indoor water park, hotel, resort type of thing. And you go into the convention room there, but they filled it. It got kind of too big for that place, which is awesome. So then a couple years ago, they moved it to the Courtyard Marriott ballroom or whatever. Well, they had so many vendors in there that they actually had to put vendors on the outside of the actual conference center. So you could so you have to pay $10 to get in, but if you didn't want to pay the $10, you could check out the like 10 to 15 or 20 vendors outside for free. So then last year they moved it to the Franklin County Fairgrounds, and it was, I don't know, it wasn't a barn, it was more of a utility type building. And it was kind of interesting because we always get there at 9, you know, so we can get in there, see what there is, buy what we're going to buy, and then get out before the huge crowds get there. But we kind of lingered last year. I was waiting for my boy Brett Hamilton to get there. And yeah, it kind of started to stink in there. I'm not going to lie.
Those conventions, man, they really stink. It's just unbelievable, the odor. I don't know why. It's that one type of odor too.
Yeah,
I've never smelt it anywhere else.
That body funk. The body funk and nut cheese odor. That's what it is.
It's pretty heavy.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. I definitely go to that one, and then I go to the Atari Enthusiast Group of Columbus. So, which is definitely small. It's about the size of someone's living room. And last year at Korg's, I don't know if you were there, Sheldon, but that guy tried to steal that copy of Pocky and Rocky 2 from that vendor, and the cops came. I don't know if you were there for that. So a guy tries to steal Pocky and Rocky 2. And the vendor's like, "No, you just tried to steal that. You can't leave. Stop." And the guy stops and waits there for the cops to get there.
Supposed to run.
Yeah, and then the cops, get there and they take, he gets the game back or whatever. He actually had Space Megaforce for 135. But anyway, so the cops walk him outside, and I don't think they actually arrested him, but they probably gave him like a summons, to appear for theft and maybe a criminal trespass from the property. But it's wild, and it's one of those things where, because the community, the retro video game bubble that I'm in, like we don't do that to each other, and we wouldn't think of doing that to each other. If we're anything, we're over generous. You know what I mean, with each other. So I would never steal a game from somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you're a kid and you don't have money and you see it and you get excited, I could see how you might try it.
Yeah, like I said, this guy was 45-year-old black guy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he knows better.
Yep.
Woodbury and Retro Game Hunter. What's going on, WB?
I loved as the night went on with the T-Dubs trade show, as Wood kept drinking.
Yeah.
It got good. It got real good. And then the
Yeah.
after party afterwards with Michael, I watched
Oh
the
yeah.
next day because I went to bed. They were up all night, but that was real good too.
Yeah. Yeah, that was I watched I fell asleep because I was sick during the actual trade show. And then I actually watched the wrap up the next day. All right, so Woodburying is here. What's going on, man? So what we got going on here? Oh, Blue Tiger, what's up, man? I thought I saw a new icon pop up there. So what ended up getting traded?
There was a few trades. We're still working out the details, but at least we have a rough idea what the stuff that we want. It was no like blockbuster stuff, but it was some good lower mid range stuff that will fill out a collection.
Nice. I saw WB get Batman traded for a Batman. I don't remember what he traded though.
No, Chris, I haven't traded for anything yet.
Uh, didn't you trade Tight White Castlevania 3 for 264 games? Did I see that?
He hasn't got back with me yet.
He might be sick. It's been going around. Give him a couple days. He's pretty good. He's good for it. And I know
No,
he wants that. I know he
yeah,
wants that
the Switch
Castlevania
too, so
game.
I know a lot of people sick right now.
Yeah, I just got over it. There she is, one of my favorite YouTubers in the whole universe, Bianca W, because she's a Micro Machine lover. Welcome to the live stream. Hey, Bianca, if you could, I don't know if you're at home or what you're doing, but if you're able to get on the Hangout tonight, we'd love to have you on the Hangout. Yes, say
We also
Asha, what's up?
yes, Ayasha's in the house.
Yeah, Christopher Labarge. Woo! We're tearing it up tonight. We were just at 20 viewers. Somebody left. I don't know who left. I don't know why you left, but that's pretty messed up.
I'm promoting this on Facebook, Chris. So I'm trying to
Nice.
drag people in.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, my buddy Chris Labarge, he's a collector as well, but he collects everything across the board. And every day he sends me photos of stuff he finds thrifting. And it's the most random shit, but it's all so good.
Yeah. Did you get a Christopher? Do you just pick game stuff, or do you go after calculators, record players, old Chicago Bulls jerseys, kind of anything and everything?
That's what it is. A lot of that stuff. He gets sports memorabilia stuff, anything from the 80s, 90s, toys.
Yeah.
It's as his collections. He's got a pretty awesome collection of stuff.
Nice. Yeah, Chris, do you do YouTube, or you just post it on your Facebook? I'll let him respond. And for you guys that are new to the link or new to the stream, I don't even know what I'm talking about. See, I'm still getting over being sick. I've started a Facebook page. I have a Facebook page now. You can contact me on Facebook. Link to that is in the description of this live stream. So just go there, check it out. I'm still in the setup phase where you set up your profiles and your picture albums and things like that. But that is up and running as far as I know. Chris, what is the coolest thing? What are some of the coolest things that you found while you were thrifting? Let him get on that. WB, this is how we started our stream. I said, hey, Dan, how was your day? So, WB, how was your day?
It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good.
Good. Still working on that hot rod?
Oh yeah, man. Always.
Nice. CMRetro says he sent me a friend request. It's my understanding that if you decline their friend request, then they can friend request you again. But if you just leave them in limbo and don't accept their friend request. Tight White, does anyone have Kuon? You know what? I got 3 copies today at Goodwill for $1.99 each. and the manuals had a little dog ear, so I just left them. Not really worth my time. Chris says he found a radio that was the same model Lady Gaga and Madonna used in their music videos for $10. He says it's worth like 800
Wow, nice
and
scoop.
super popular over in Europe. Video
This is the
game
stuff
lover.
he finds.
Hold on. Yeah, that's pretty sick, man. How long have you been doing that? Or do you just have like a good eye for something that's uncommon and of course a cell phone? Lucky collector, what's going on? CMRetro, so you're saying I'm gonna get limboed? No, bro. You're not. Nice. So WB, what were some of your thoughts on the trade show?
I really liked it, man. I thought it was actually kind of laid back. I thought it would be chaotic to start with, kind of like all the rest of us did, but it turned out really well, I thought.
Yeah. In my head, Tight White always has like a plan. Like when he was doing randomization for the shoot 'em up showdown, he's like, "No, I'll just randomize it one time, and then that we'll just apply that same random sheet to everybody." And I'm like, "How? Why would you? I don't understand." He's like, and he's like, "Bro, just do it. Just trust me." And yeah, when I thought about this trade thing, I was like, okay, so let's start my live stream 15 minutes early so I can get everybody in. We don't have any audio issues. We've got 4 or 5 people lined up ready to go. And then we'll start the stream and then everybody can show what they have and you can work it that way. But it seemed to work well with people just kind of jumping in and showing stuff and re-showing stuff, because I think Dan and Tight White went first and Paul's trying to do trades via chat or text, and then WB jumps in. And then who else? Who else jumped in on that? But it worked well. I thought it
Captain
was okay.
Retro.
Yeah, Captain Retro.
Captain
That's.
Retro.
I thought
And,
that.
and
I
then there
thought.
was that new guy, Have or Hav,
Yeah,
Hav
I saw
G.
that.
Yeah, he had some pretty good stuff and pretty good knowledge as well.
I saw that. He had like 38,000 copies of Mega Man Legends 2.
That was really strange. I thought that was very odd, but
Yeah. And he said he's only
each
been
their own.
collecting for like a year.
Right, a year.
Retro Games of Vinyl and Beers says, CM, now that you're on Facebook, look up a group called the Ohio Retro Gamer. I've heard of them because they post on Craigslist their convention. It says it's an awesome group and they have a convention in Columbus every summer. I like summer and I like retro video games, so I'll probably be there. Jared, oh thanks for adding me on the old Facebook. All right, I was trying to help Alex out earlier. Alex wanted to do a live stream and a Google Hangout, but he was having an audio issue, so we're trying to fight the YouTube thing and make sure that he's on YouTube and he's actually playing the video, but he's got it paused. But I think his dad kind of got on there too, but I think it might have been a headset issue. So if you guys were in the Alex's Arcades live stream, which was prior to mine, he apologizes. He's going to work on it. He's going to do a test stream, but it might be a headset issue or the software from his headset isn't compatible. But his dad was running through making sure that his dad's more tech savvy, so he's running through making sure that everything's updated correctly and things that may conflict are taken off. So hopefully he'll have that fixed. Raza said he's back in the crib. He made a second Facebook account for his YouTube friends. which is awesome. This Facebook thing is absolutely new to me. I just started it 3 hours ago. So if you guys have any tips, tricks, pointers, anything like that, think about it. I'm going to take a small break. I have to get some more water. Voice is getting raspy. So Dan and WB, the floor is yours. So have at it. Talk about whatever you want.
All right, Dan, go ahead, bro. What you got?
So we still gonna make this trade for the Willow for the Batman?
For sure, brother.
All right, because I hit you up. We just gotta, I don't know, like email or something, or I gotta get your number somehow so we can text or figure out some way to swap addresses here.
Okay, we need to do that for sure. I might just send it to you in the comments or whatever.
Would you work today?
Yeah, I took off early. I had to pick up. I got a video coming out soon. It's a pretty good score, and actually, I got some boxes I need games for.
What system stuff?
N64.
You found some boxes?
Yeah.
How many?
I'll just show them to you.
Yeah, I'd love to see what you got.
It's a bunch of them. As I'm throwing stuff everywhere here. Mario Kart 64.
I just sold one today.
Damn. South Park. Diddy Kong Racing.
I do have a copy of that.
I need that one.
All right.
We got Hang Time. Pokemon Stadium 2. All these have the manuals as well. Then we got Extreme G, XG2. Can you see those pretty good, man?
Yeah, I can see them fine.
All right, cool. Then we got Wave Race 64, Kawasaki Jet Ski. Let me move this pile over. Then we got F-Zero X. All these have manuals, by the way. Did I already show this one?
Nope. I just sold that one today too.
Damn it. And then this one, I really would like to have this. This box is really nice. It's Pilot Wing 64.
Now, how much did you pay for all these boxes?
Well, I've got a video that'll be coming out shortly, and I don't want to spoil it now, but the price that I paid for this plus everything else, you'll see there.
It's real good. Yeah, you don't see boxes for the 64 like that. I mean, that's a real big score. I mean, those boxes alone probably worth well over 150 bucks. I mean, the two Marios alone, real nice.
And really, the cool thing is, man, with the boxes, they come with a little bag that the game goes in, cardboard insert, and also it come with the manual. And this guy was really meticulous. He actually took away all the promotional items within the manual, so that was really cool.
Yeah, that was a hell of a score right there. You really you nailed it on that.
Thanks, man. Wait till you see the video.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the rest of it.
But yeah, that's what I've been working on, and I got actually a woman that's supposed to bring me like 3 complete in box Game Boy games, which hopefully that works out really well, and then some other complete in box stuff, which I'm super stoked right now, man. If this works out like it does, like I hope it will.
It's funny how that works, right? You could go a while and not see any of it, and then all of a sudden, boom, motherload.
And this actually started me to collect for the N64 now, because I wasn't collecting for that prior to this, so I guess I'm gonna collect for the N64 as well.
That's how it always works.
All right, guys, we are back.
Raza's saying South Park is a actually a good game on the 64. I have to agree with him on that. I haven't played the PS1 version, but the 64 is awesome.
The only South Park game I played was like the Staff of Something or something like that. It's a recent one for the PS3, I think.
Stick of Truth.
Yeah, Stick of Truth. That's it. Thanks, Chris.
Michael Gloria is asking that he's a first timer here. Scrolled away. And he has a question. All of the games in the world, which game would you guys love to have sealed and what system?
That's a hard one.
Sealed.
And it got silent.
I'm thinking that's
Me too, man.
I guess if I could have any game sealed, right? I mean, you're not gonna be able to play it because it's, sealed. But I'd like to have a copy of Mega Man 2 sealed because that's my favorite game of all time.
That's a good.
I mean Earthbound, because that box. The box is incredible. Just the look of that Earthbound, and to have it sealed up, displayed on a shelf would be real nice.
Yeah, because that was like a bigger box, right?
It was, yeah. So it's something different as well.
Oh man, that's a tough one for me.
Jason says he's out. All right, man, take it easy.
Sorry.
Captain Retro is saying big box Gyromite.
That'd be pretty cool.
Jared's saying Animal Crossing on the GameCube.
Okay, with the memory card and stuff, I can see that. Yeah, if that's like one of your favorite franchises and favorite games, for sure. Because Mega Man 2 sealed. I mean, that's obtainable.
But I still think that it would have to be something even more special, right? Because you want the packaging to be so unique and different that that's what would set it apart as well. Because you'd be displaying it because you would never be able to play it. So you just have to look at it.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I don't know, guys. I really don't know.
Tight White says double dribble. Okay, we can see that. What's up, Retro Canadian? Let me send. I'm gonna send APOC an invite.
Did you guys see his latest video? Apox?
I have not seen it. Speaking of new videos, I just fired up a new series today.
Oh
What's
yeah.
that?
Well, I think you watched it actually. It's where I just collect everything else.
Oh
That's
yeah,
pretty
that was
much
a
the-
great video, man. By the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
I
so
did
they're going to
watch
be
it.
shorter, like 4-minute, 5-minute videos, just capping the finds of the month. Really, just odd stuff.
There's those Apox right there.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on, brother?
Howdy.
Not much. Just got home.
So, Chris, if you could clue him in on how this started, like you did me, that was pretty funny.
Oh yeah. So Dan came into the live stream and I just asked him how his day was.
So, Apox, how was your day?
Yeah.
So
How was my
your
day?
Yeah.
I wasn't too bad. Got to get off work early, so I can't complain.
I did too.
But yeah, other than that, just hanging out around the house, helping the wife. Her knee's still down, so
Nice.
But not too
I
much.
just want to throw this out. Hey, Tight White, if you're still on the stream, do you want me to send you an invite so you can jump in the hangout? I don't know if like you're on the road or. I mean, I hope you're not texting and driving on the road on a phone or something. Just live stream. But yeah. So to recap, I have a Facebook. Link is in the description down below. Check that out. And we are going to sort of adjust the stream hours. So hopefully we won't be going past midnight. Try and make that the standard. Because that one night, WB and I got off at 4 o'clock in the morning.
That
And
was
I had
ridiculous.
I had to get up at like 8:30 to go take some Craigslist stuff to my friend in Bexley so he could sell it. Because he wanted to sell it on his Facebook group.
Damn.
So yeah, and that was after we had a couple. So yeah, like I said, that stuff's got to stop, man. We're not gonna say we're never ever gonna drink on a stream again, but it was one of those things where like my whole next day was completely gone.
Yeah, I was destroyed that whole next day, man. Literally. So, Apox, man,
That's
nice
when I-
job on your latest video, bro.
What's that?
Your latest video, nice job.
Yeah, not too bad. Actually, a couple guys in the area, they just hit me up because they saw the video I just posted. They were cursing me out. So they were trying to talk to the seller about bumping up the price, but the seller held on and waited for me to get there. So that was pretty cool.
Good deal.
Wish I could see the. Hey, Wood Baron, can you see the comments on your phone, or are you just able to see the video?
Just the video, bro. That's it.
Just the video. Yeah, I was wondering if there's a way to do both.
Yeah, I would like to do that too because I tried to power my laptop up in one stream and it actually disconnected me from the stream on my phone. So that's a bummer.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, cool. Bianca said I invited Bianca into the stream, but she said she'll have to try back later, see how the internet is going.
So Chris,
Yes.
my buddy Chris that's in the chat here is saying that there's an app called Fat Fingers that allows you to
Yeah.
search. Are you guys familiar with this?
I'm not.
No, not me.
I wasn't either, and he's saying that it's essentially it allows you to search. Say if someone posts on eBay, but they misspell the listing. This Fat Fingers, like, it searches misspelled things, and you could try to find different common misspellings to try to score lots that way in video games.
Huh.
And I bet that happens a lot too.
I bet it does happen a lot. I never thought about that. That's a great idea, though, to be able to search through if someone spells PlayStation wrong. I remember on Craigslist with GameCube, if you separate the word, it used to be, I think they've combined it now or whatever when you go to search it.
Yeah.
But before you could search if it was 2 words or if it was 1 word. And I was able to find some lots that way early on. But since then, they changed it where all this comes up as one.
Yeah. Or all those people that spell PlayStation PLYSTATION.
I mean, that's the point he just made with PlayStation.
Because I did that on my year of the PlayStation video. I misspelled the title of the goddamn video. Because you big dummy. Christopher says that's fatfingers.co.uk or something. So I'm sure if you just type in Fat Fingers, that sounds like it. I wonder how many people type in like Nintendo or Nintendo and they forget to put the O, like just like a common typo or something.
Yeah, if they're from somewhere else and they pronounce it different, so that's how they think it's spelled.
I'm sure it happens often.
What's up, Power Player Paul? You know, it's kind of funny. There's those little anomalies because I kept seeing on eBay Nintendo 64 controller lime green, Nintendo 64 controller extreme green. Well, I have an extreme green controller. So I don't know if you guys know Glenn Plant, who does the N64 stuff on his channel. All he does is N64 stuff. Does N64 reviews. So I emailed him. I said, "Hey man, what's the difference between a lime green N64 controller and an extreme green?" N64 controller. He says absolutely nothing. Somewhere along the way, somebody made up the term lime green N64 controller. And he said basically what we're talking about here with his fat fingers is somebody that's posted on eBay lime green N64 controllers $15. They're really selling extreme green N64 controllers and they don't even know it.
Huh.
That's it. I mean, yeah. There's you probably come up with a list of those kind of things where people don't know, like an orange GameCube controller as opposed to Spice,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Purple and indigo. Yeah.
Yep.
Just perusing through the comments. Christopher saying Nintendo is the most common misspelling, but those tend to be a lot of Japanese sellers. It's good to know.
Knowledge is power.
That's right.
CMRetro says he knows a guy that owns like 100 misspelled websites like Google.com, Google, GOOGLE.com, and others. He makes money from people getting to his websites through misspellings. Wow. If you can make a living on the internet by people coming to your channel by mistake, you're doing something right. Good for you. Good for you, bro.
That's a hustle.
Power player Paul says, "What's up? What's up, Dan?"
What up, Paul?
That game collector saying one extreme green right now for $20. Perfect, because that's about what Nintendo 64 regular Nintendo 64 controllers are going for. Yeah, Jeff is sick. That's what I thought, man.
That's what happens when you drink Hurricane 40s and stay up all night.
He drinks the Hurricanes, Red Stripes, Coronas, Little Kings, Patron, whatever he had. You know, one Miller High Life because that's what he had in the fridge. You know what I mean? Like,
So, Chris, Apox and I cannot see the comments section. So, if anybody is trying to talk to us about anything, we apologize.
yeah, I'm gonna try. I try and read them because when you watch the live stream tomorrow, you can't actually see the chat. So
Yeah.
if I don't repeat what they're saying, then nobody knows what I'm responding to. All right, Christopher says he's out. He's gonna go watch the Celtic game, and he thanks Dan for the invite. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, I got one. Since I got this coming up in my next video, what's your guys' best free score?
Wow, best free score?
Yeah, free pickup, free score. Someone had something and just didn't want it anymore.
Metal Storm.
Wow, yeah, that's a good one.
Good.
I would have to say a Super Nintendo with no controllers or nothing, just the console.
Nice.
Okay, Dak Gamer saying, does anyone collect for limited run games? He wants to get rid of his sealed stuff. Bad Company Gaming would be the guy to talk to. He's way into the limited run stuff. The best thing that I've gotten for free, you know, when I first started at my new job and I was telling people about, you know, I collect retro games or whatever, and a couple of them were like, hey, I got this stuff. I don't even want it. Do you want it? Yes. And, you know, it was like one was an N64 that came with, you know, Mario Kart, Ocarina of Time, Banjo-Kazooie. I think he had the manual for Conker's Bad Fur Day, but not the game. So I was kind of bummed out about that. And then another friend gave me PS2 Fat and some games, and a Super Nintendo and some games. So yeah, that's probably the best thing I've gotten for free. Now, my brother's wife, so my sister-in-law, they live in Wisconsin, and I was talking to, I guess, my brother's father-in-law. I don't know how you phrase that. But we were talking about old games. He's like, I got boxes of that shit. Nintendo and PlayStation stuff. And I said, well, do you want it? He said, well, we were going to take it to the game store, but they figured they wouldn't give us anything for it, so we were just going to throw it away. I said, no, don't do that. Definitely don't do that. And my brother's went up there a couple weeks ago, so hopefully he brought that back. I haven't actually talked to him, so hopefully they remember to bring me boxes of Nintendo and PlayStation stuff. So we'll see how that goes. And I'll probably just make him an offer and give him some cash.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I was going past a garage sale yesterday and figured I'd stop, and they had a huge sign in the front yard that said everything's free. So I went up and I started looking through everything. There was no video game stuff there, so I went up to the seller and I was like, "Hey, do you guys have anything inside, even if it's not free, that I could make you an offer on?" And she goes inside and she brings out this Tupperware container. It's got a Model 2 Sega Genesis and 30 games.
Wow.
You can just have it. I was like, "Are you sure you don't want anything for it?" She goes, "Nope, just go ahead and take it. It was an old tenant. They left it." It's like,
Okay.
okay, great. 15
Is that
box
right?
games and 15 loose games. Nothing like spectacular, but there's a couple decent titles in there. So I'll have a video coming out here in the next couple days with that.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Now, were there some good titles in there, or were they all like sports titles?
No, there was a couple sports titles, but I mean, most of them I didn't have, so
Nice.
that in general just is pretty cool. So nothing too expensive, but most of the stuff I didn't have.
Nice.
I'm a big
Cap-
Sega fanboy. Sorry. See,
sorry.
go ahead, Chris.
CMRetro is asking Dan how much for those rad-ass River City Rebels 78 LPs with your face on it.
I just told him, just trade me a couple common games, Nintendo games, whatever, and we'll make it happen.
That is a badass looking album, man. The graphics.
There he is. Dan's on screen twice. Getting a lot of airtime tonight.
Yeah, it's working
I
out.
hope I didn't show you guys the download code. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I gotta take that downstairs and put it with the other records. Mile High Game Hunter says, CMRetro, you can find those LPs on Victory Records site, he thinks.
Those you can't. Those were that album is one of the last albums we released, and that was on our own record label at that point.
Nice. Is that MOD? Is that what that is?
Yeah, Mod House Records was our little imprint label that we did, because that album originally was on CD through another label, so we just had the rights to print it on vinyl.
Nice. I tell you what, man, that music business thing is who's got the right to what, and you can print it on this type of medium, but you can make green T-shirts but not yellow T-shirt. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. It really is. I mean, I was terrible at the business side of it, like awful. I still don't know half the fucking business. I get a check every couple of years from Victory Records, and it's a few $100, and I don't understand why or how, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey Dan, I still got that Contra song stuck in my head. By the way.
Oh yeah, that's a catchy little number right there. Speaking of music, I was working on some today for this documentary that this guy Darren is making called Bits of Yesterday, and it's he's interviewing collectors across the country, and it's making a documentary on guys like us, and talking about the how they got into it and why they do it and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm pumped to be doing 3 original songs for that soundtrack.
That's awesome.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
I noticed in Tight White's trade stream, one of the questions that somebody asked, and they had to be a younger cat, asked why we're so fascinated with having things complete in box, right? Not complete in case. And after thinking about it, I'm like, Alex from Alex's Arcade's a little bit different. He's 14 years old. His first console was a PlayStation 2. But for some reason, he has an affinity for stuff that's older than I am, which is cool. But most kids his age aren't like that. So they grew up in the DVD jewel case age. They have no idea what it's like to go to a store and grab one of these with the cellophane and the little hang tag and get home and cut it open and smell it and have an actual, manual in there. You know what I mean? Like they don't know what that's like, and they can never really experience that.
Having a poster come with them.
Yeah, all the stuff.
All those goodies, yeah.
Hell, now they
I
don't
mean,
even get manuals.
and think about this way too, guys, is that all right, so if you're collecting, there's only one of that game out there. So if you're collecting for 4, 5, 10 years, I mean, you're going to run out of games eventually. So it makes sense that you might as well just get it complete, as opposed to later down the road being like, I've collected everything I want, but now I got to go find the complete, just, I think it's that mentality. Because at first I wasn't going for the complete stuff, but now it makes no sense not to, just because you're going to run out of stuff to collect eventually.
Well, that, and it's going to get a lot harder to find it in box later, too.
Yep.
Those things are deteriorating by day.
Very
That's
true.
It's paper.
CMRetro says he misses the smell of baseball card packs and Mad magazines fresh out the mail. I was a huge baseball card guy, back in the day when I was a kid, because I played baseball. My dad loves baseball, and I think I actually still have some unopened baseball packs somewhere. And if I find them, we're making a video on it. Yeah. Was that 89? Is that 89 tops?
Yeah, that was the year, right? Everyone had those.
That's a good year.
That's a good year, definitely. That's before they started pumping them out in the 90s.
Well, I mean, this was the beginning of it right here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, 89 had the cards that were worth something. 90 started getting to be where they weren't worth anything.
Oh, cool. Wrestling cards.
Yeah, I love
Yep.
wrestling cards.
WrestleMania.
Deck Gamer says, dude, it's got to be complete when talking about the games. There's slow CVC. He said he'll be on it later. He just needs to check your text message. So I don't know, you might be into something.
I love those old
Dinosaur
wax packs,
Gamer.
too.
Yeah. Oh, he's asking for my address. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So my dad, this is hilarious. He still has these. My dad used to drive a truck like 30 years for Schottenstein's, Value City. They're a furniture retail store kind of thing. And he used to get like heavy discounts, like 70% discounts, because he was with the company for 30 years. And in 1993, Upper Deck kind of started in 1989, and they had that mega set. It's got Ken Griffey Jr.'s rookie card in there, Randy Johnson. It's got the Gary Sheffield rookie card that's got the upside down S's. Like, you know what I mean? And so by 1993, they were an established brand, right? They had gone off into basketball and football and all that stuff. But what they did was they decided to break their set up into Series 1 and Series 2. Series 1, I think, was in a blue box. Series 1 was in a black box. And you could get certain insert cards, like hologram cards and that kind of stuff. But Derek Jeter's rookie card is in the high set or the low set. Well, my dad went, and Value City was clearing the boxes out, sealed boxes. And they were like $4, and he got 70% off of $4. So he's got a stack of unopened 1993 Upper Deck boxes in the closet. It's just like it's crazy how much of that stuff there was.
Yeah.
Chris, I just noticed that you're wearing the shirt too right now.
Oh, you just
noticed that? Yeah, it looks good on you.
I put that on after the break when I went and got some water. It's out of the dryer. The All-American Athlete shirt. Woo! Mexican vitamins.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a one of. I don't know if you know that. There's only one of these in the world.
And you got his autograph on the postcard.
I did. What did I do with that? It's right here. That was used in the thumbnail. Like that. A Rebel Gaming Club.
So, Chris, that's the one you're going to frame?
Yeah. I'm gonna get a little frame for that because I don't know what the dimensions are on this, but I'm sure I could get a frame cheap somewhere, and I'll probably put it like right there. So if you're not clued in, I mean, you'll see it in the video and you won't know what it is. Unless you know what it is, then you know what it is. You know what I mean?
Well, Chris, did you see the Retro World Expo episode that we did where we went to the convention and handed those out?
I
Well,
don't think I saw that video.
you need to watch that because then it makes those postcards make a whole lot more sense. And Geisha Jordan really steals the show,
Nice. I'll have to check that out.
trying to pick up
Cap,
girls and shit. It's awkward.
CMRetro saying fuck AAA, long live Tomahawk. I don't know, man. Heard that music. They hit the music.
Yeah.
Power player
Still have to wait.
Paul says the Gato for the win.
I didn't even know Triple P was in the house.
Yeah,
What's up,
3P's here. Michael Glory is asking, are you guys ready for the Switch systems? And what games are you getting? Well, I don't know if there's... I don't know. I'll let you guys handle that. You guys are more in it. I think you guys... I know Dan pre-ordered it, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting excited about it. I can't believe it's less than a month away. And game-wise, obviously Zelda, the 1-2 Switch, and I'm probably going to pre-order the Bomberman as well. Because if that thing's online, that's going to be epic, playing other people.
Yeah, the
So, Dan,
Bomberman
what
game
gets
looked
you
good.
so excited about the Switch, bro? What gets you so
Why am I so... What are you saying, Wood?
What gets you so stirred up, bro, about the Switch?
It's a new system, and I've never been able to buy a new system on the release date because I've never had the money, or I was on tour or doing something else. It's the first time in my life that I'm going to be able to buy it on the release date and kind of experience it with everyone else.
Okay, cool. That's a good reason.
Yeah, and essentially, I'm paying a fraction of the cost because everything I'm trading in is stuff that I bought in bundles. So it's really costing me probably like $100.
Sweet.
All right, hold on, APOC. I'm trying to unmute you. I muted you because there was like a scratching sound, and I wanted to see where that was coming from. But you know how this thing is. I didn't want to do it, but I wanted to figure out where it was coming from.
Captain Retro just told me, or he just said in the comments,
Why
this
isn't
is
this
the
working?
first system to release with a Zelda game. So that's pretty special.
I'll be
Yeah, that's
damned.
pretty interesting.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to think.
Because in that last stream we was talking about, we was kind of upset because it was not a Mario launching with the Switch.
I guess it's the first time Mario isn't launched with it, right?
Right.
Or I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right.
Did the Wii actually launch with a Mario title? Guess we'd have to look that one up. Unless I'm sure Captain Retro knows. Maybe
I don't
3P
know.
knows.
All right, APOC, I'm trying to unmute you, but you know how this is. You click the mic with the line through it, and then you give it a second. It's like, okay, hold on.
Looks like Apoc stepped away for a moment.
Yeah, this is. I don't like how this is set up, actually. So he's got the mic with the strike through it. I can see
Right.
it, you know, on his thing, and then I tap it because I want to take it off, and he gets a white box around it, but it doesn't take it off.
Can you hold it, Chris? Can you hold your finger on it? Is it like touch screen?
No, I don't have a touch screen on my computer.
Okay.
But it's one of those things. It takes a second. So I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna click on it and wait for it to come off. It's still not coming off. All right, CMRetro, I'll send you an invite as soon as I figure out what's going on with the Apocinator.
Hey, Chris, what happens if you right click on it?
If you right click on it,
Yeah, what happens then?
I can
Chris.
reload, save as, print. I tell you, man, this whole thing is trial by fire. You kind of learn everything. Learn things one thing at a time. All right, so Apoc's box is highlighted with a white border.
So
So
if
we
anybody
clicked on it.
knows how to fix this, please let us know.
Well, I know how to fix it. It's just one of those things where it's like you have to, when you click on it, you have to like not do anything, and then it comes off. It like takes a second.
Chris, can we get Captain Retro in here?
Yeah. Let me try and figure this out for a second. Cap, I'm gonna send that to your Cogswell.
Am I back now?
There you are.
I unmuted myself.
Thanks, buddy.
How the hell did that happen?
I don't know. You have a white border around your thing, so you're highlighted right now. Oh, you know what? Hold on.
I got put in timeout.
I just wanted to hear where that was coming from. All right, Captain Retro, is that it's COG's S? No, there's a Z in there, isn't there? All right, let me set this up real quick. Oh, you know why you got a white border around you is because when somebody else talks, you still stay on the main screen. That's what that's for.
Yeah, you can highlight whoever you want, and it'll keep them on screen.
Yeah, and then I just double click on you. I can click on you and take that off. Perfect. All right, so Captain Retro, your invite is sent, and I sent that to that.
So
Michael,
I just sold another game on eBay.
nice. Michael has a question for Rebel. I have a feeling you're going to play your games, but do you think people will buy the Switch system and games and never open them and keep them sealed?
Yeah, there's always going to be those people, but I think the problem is nowadays that everyone's hip to collecting. So it's like the baseball card thing where everyone knows what to do and how to do it. And a lot of people are doing it and they're mass producing a lot of these things. So I don't think you're ever going to get that kind of thing like you had with the NES and Super Nintendo games where those were so rare because no one was thinking about collecting them back in the day.
Yeah. Hey, when you pick up your Switch day one, are you going to do like an unboxing?
Yeah, I'm
First,
going to
first impressions and gameplay type thing.
Yeah, me and my brother and maybe Jordan, I'm just gonna go down and pick it up for the midnight release and we'll do something stupid, video wise, and we'll get it up that night, 3 hours in, and I'm sure it'll be funny and at least give you a little bit of a glimpse.
Nice. What day is the Switch coming out? Do you know?
I believe it's on the 3rd next month.
All right, so Friday the 3rd. Wow, that's coming up in like.
A couple weeks.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Huh. Wow, that's crazy. I feel like we've been talking about this thing forever.
Yeah, it's right around the corner now too.
Retro Canadian saying, he's sort of agreeing about people kind of hoarding and doing that kind of stuff. Just look at the NES Classic Edition. I still haven't found one yet. I have this. I'm not interested in Nintendo Switch right now, so I could care less. But I wonder how many people are going to get their hands on a Switch Leave all that stuff sealed. They may buy accessories if they can find, games if they can find them. Maybe spend $600-700, and then post it on Craigslist or eBay for $2,000, $3,000. Buy now, get it now, and they have zero interest in video games, and they're just going to wait for their 30 or 60-day return policy, and then take it back if they don't, and get their money back if they don't sell it. Because that's sort of what happened with the NES Classic.
I still haven't
I
found
see.
one
I
yet.
definitely see that happening.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, I'm kind of tempted to play it for a couple weeks and just flip mine and then just wait. I'll make some money off it, and I'll still have a chance to play it, and then just pick it up when it's a bundle, around the holiday season.
Yeah. That Game Collector says that that's day one for him. Apoc, did you have thoughts on the Switch?
No, not really. I haven't got too much into the new gen consoles. I don't know. I'm kind of excited just because it's a new Nintendo console, but I haven't pre-ordered it or anything. So.
CMRetro said he bought 10 NES Classics last night on Amazon, $60 each. They were at my house at 8 a.m. They were all sold before I woke up at 9 a.m. on regular Amazon for $120.
Damn.
So Captain's got he's got a few dollars in his pocket today.
Yeah, he just made $600.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, Cap.
The retro Canadian says sell him one.
Man,
Yep, they're all gone.
I honestly meant to keep one so I could mod it. This is mine. I'm keeping one. I bought that at GameStop for $60 on a Thursday night at 6 o'clock. I was like, y'all got any of those NES Classics? And they were like, yeah, I got 2 in the back. And I was like, fuck yeah. So, but then last night, I just on a whim, I looked up my Amazon Now. I don't know if y'all have Amazon Now in your area. Do you have that?
No.
Amazon Now is like a local shipping center. So if you've gotten it, like you can look up Amazon, go to Amazon, comma or space now on Google, and it'll take you to their site. And if you have a shipping center within like 2 hours of you, they will ship it to you like right away, unless it's like between the hours of 1 a.m. and 8 a.m. So at midnight, you could get an Amazon shipment to your house if you needed groceries or whatever you want to get off Amazon. If they have it in stock at that shipping center, they'll send it to you. So I found 10 NES Classics on Amazon Now last night at 1 in the morning and bought them all and had them all sold before I woke up this morning on my regular Amazon for double what I paid for them on the other Amazon. It's incredible. I've never done anything like that before, and it honestly scared me half to death to even try it, but it fucking worked. So
Hustle.
I mean,
Nice, man.
I feel bad for people who can't find them, but like, you're not looking hard enough, motherfucker. I found 10 of them without really trying last night. You know what I mean? So no offense, you're not looking hard enough. They're out there.
It's all luck, right?
It kind of is. It's kind of like walking in Goodwill and finding that stack of Mario Karts or whatever it may be. Like, oh, look at that. I picked the right time to walk in the front door of this place. I rarely do stuff like that, though. I mean, I deal in the old stuff. The new shit isn't my jam. When I get that Switch, I'm gonna open that bad boy up and play it. And I'm gonna have Zelda on it, and Zelda. I'll probably keep the Zelda on my Wii U. I've got that ordered too, but I'll probably keep that one sealed. Wii U is my next collectible thing. Like I want to go after a complete Wii U collection and get a kiosk that I fucking can't find either. I used to have a GameCube kiosk a long time ago, but not anymore.
So, you guys, I have a Wii U, and I was wondering if it would be a good deal to trade that for a PS4.
It's fair trade. Price-wise, I think, right? About $200 a piece, somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's right around
Depends
there.
what you play more.
I love my Wii U. I highly recommend it. They did a terrible job
Fun
marketing.
system.
Because I was thinking it was going to be like a super rare system in the future that would be hard to get games and stuff for.
I mean, that's what
I
I'm
don't
thinking.
think so.
I think the Wii U is going to be the next GameCube, for the Nintendo collectible era. Like, it's going to be, number one, the games in 3 years have been out for what, almost 3 years now? It's been out almost 3 years, and they hold their value. every Wii U game at GameStop is still $50 or $60. You know, if you want it used, it's $45, $44.99 or whatever they're asking for it. And with the exception of a handful of the shovelware, but anything that's first party title holds its value still. And now it's done being made, so it's just going to keep holding its value and going up, I think. I could be wrong.
Here's a thought about the Wii U as well. What about the game pads? Once those game pads go, I don't even know, because there's no third-party game pad. So how are you going to get those fixed? And those pads are going to be worth a ton of money. It's going to be an abundance of those systems without the pads.
Yeah, I think you'll be able to get repairs on stuff like that still. They can fix screens and shit on that stuff for iPhones, and I think that kind of business will pop up. There'll be a secondary market for repairing Wii U game screens and stuff like that too. But you're right. I mean, everything, all the accessories, all the little cradles, all that shit is on clearance at Walmart right now. Go grab whatever you can. That's how I think. I could be wrong, but sit on it, man. I wish I'd have been doing this in the 90s.
I think you're right.
I wish I was collecting this shit in the 90s instead of selling it all off to get the PlayStation 2s and the Dreamcasts and the fucking.
So, Chris, what's your thoughts on the Wii U?
It's not a system that I'm familiar with. I agree with Captain said, they made a mistake in their marketing. But 60 Formula, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. If you want the hangout, let me know. Deck Gamer saying that Super Bomberman R is looking good and that he actually ordered an NES Classic, I think he said. But Best Buy sent it in a bubble mailer and it got messed up. Why do you send stuff like that in a bubble mailer? Ugh, that's frustrating. So he had to send it back. So good for you, man. But the Wii U, like I said, they did a bad job marketing it because with the Wii, they had that sort of instant success where, every old folks home and every soccer mom wanted to have a Wii so they could play Wii Sports, and they marketed it really, really well. They didn't do a really good job explaining how the Wii U and the Wii were different.
Yes.
So they didn't really reach that market. And because of that, I mean, that's why I guess you could say it failed. I'm not going to call it a failure. It was out for X amount of years or X amount of titles released for it.
It's a
People
failure.
that have it love it. I mean,
it's a failure compared to the Wii because the Wii sold 100 million plus units. You know what I mean? And that's the number one selling console of all time. So,
but it's a success compared to the Virtual Boy. I mean, how we measure success is
exactly
sort of speculative. But people that have the Wii U tend to love the Wii U. Who else? Nintendo 13's trying to collect a complete Wii U collection. So, if you can find them, I say buy them, especially if they're holding their value. I don't know that much about the value of them.
That's all Nintendo.
I will say that the same thing with the Wii U and the Nintendo 64. It really went all overboard making collectible editions. You got the Zelda edition, you got the Mario Kart one, you got the Mario Party one. You got the Super Mario World 3D one. Like there's 4 or 5, maybe 6 special edition Wii U's. I'm telling you, they're all going to hold their value. I have a Zelda one. I have a Wind Waker one.
Man.
And I love it.
I wish they would have made Fantastic Series Wii U's. That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
I'd never get my hands on one of those either.
They should make fun. I want a Fantastic top loader.
Fantastic top loader. Tight White is saying F the Wii U and the Switch, no Metroid, no interest.
They're going to have a Metroid. Don't you worry. There'll be a Metroid.
Yeah, there definitely will be.
Castlevania too. Now that Netflix has bought that, and they're going to make a series on Castlevania, we're going to get some new Castlevanias pretty soon too.
Oh,
yeah, that's gonna be cool, man. Part of me wishes that it would be live action because I'd like to see that, but I think it would be better as an anime.
I have not pulled these out of that thing since I was a child.
But shit!
We mentioned earlier that baseball cards. This is my 1987 Topps uncut complete set that my dad bought for me when I was a kid.
That's unbelievable.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. The 87 top set's actually a really good set to have. Barry Bonds rookie card is 320 in that set. And on the back it said that at the Arizona State University he studied criminology. So, yeah, look that up. Who else is it? That was Maddox's rookie year, Bo Jackson, Rafael Palmeiro.
Will Clark, maybe?
Barry Larkin, red shortstop. It was a good year for rookie cards, the 1987.
Fire, possibly? But not that they're holding their values or anything. Conseco special.
That's pretty sweet to have an uncut sheets like that.
Yeah, my dad bought those on QVC on TV one night for my birthday.
My parents bought us a couple of those. It was the hockey sets that came with Eric Lindros's rookie card. And they're like, oh, they're numbered, and then you get it. And it's like, yeah, they're numbered out of 85 billion. You know what I mean? Like, and then there was a set that had Shaq's rookie card in it or something. They were like that real shitty like Pro Set or OPG or something. You know what I mean? Like,
That's the Canadian version, the OP.
yeah, they were shitty.
They were shit.
But it's the thought that counts.
Fuck Canada. Hey, has anybody played? I asked this question earlier too in the chat, but nobody read it. Has anybody played Contra 4 on the DS?
No.
It's fucking 2D side scroller Contra. It is incredible, and both screens become usable. You have to like trail up between the top screen and jump back and forth. I'm fucking in love with this game so far. Look it up.
Nice.
Watch some gameplay of it. It's great.
Well, Tight White
Michael
collects
Glorious-
DS.
Yeah. He collects Mega Man games on the DS. Big fan. He tried to pawn that off on everybody that entered the trade stream.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Michael Glory is asking, has anybody ever played Battletoads? If so, any of you get past the game? I don't know what Battletoads is. I don't think any of these guys have ever heard of Battletoads.
I have no idea what a Battletoad is. Is that a fighting amphibian of some sort?
Yeah,
like a
I
Ninja
think we've all played Battletoads. Actually, interesting that you brought that up. We were at a pawn shop today, and I was with my boy Craig, and he knew one of the guys that worked there. They went to high school, so we were bullshitting. And they had an NES set up, and I opened it up to see what game was in there, and it was Battletoads. And he couldn't get past the Wookiee hole, so I actually stood there and showed this guy how to hug the side of the wall and turn into a bell so you could smash through those enemies, like the chomp chomp guys and the little robot guys and stuff. And yeah, he thought that was pretty awesome. I've never beaten it though. I can get to the snake pit, which is
hard.
exactly halfway.
Did that
What are you
make
talking about, Chris? What game?
Battletoads.
Oh, it's tough.
Damn it, I hit pause. I know I hit pause. Turn off mute.
I got that on vinyl. That soundtrack.
Remix. Nice.
That's pretty nice. Oh, I wanted to show Tight White. I hope you're still there, brother. I wanted to show you this. It's a manual for Einhander.
Nice.
Just the manual. I've got a complete copy, but it's just the manual. I put it in this jewel case so it didn't get all messed up. But
There was a loose copy of that on my Craigslist here like 2 weeks ago.
thought I heard you say Thought I heard him say he was looking for that yesterday. And no, I don't want Mega Man Star Joker Command X4D Collector's Edition or whatever the fuck that was.
Hey, Chris, I got something very special for you guys on the live stream, and only to you guys. You guys like wrestling, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hold on just 1 second.
Wrestling.
Yeah, you have to say it like that though.
Yeah. No, wrestling.
How they say it down there.
Boy, you talking about wrestling or wrestling?
Dat Game Collector saying you're gonna see you might see the Metroid game at E3 this year.
Oh, the Mayhem box. That's a shitty game, but it's a
Yeah, it's such a bad game.
Complete in box, by the way.
great
guys.
cover, but it's a terrible game.
Yeah.
And this was not wrestling, but
No Mercy. That's where it's at. And Revenge.
1080. Played that a ton.
1080 is pretty sweet.
Yeah. I want to get the GameCube 1080.
Y'all want to see what I just picked up tonight myself? I'm gonna grab that. Hold on.
WCW Nitro.
these are complete in box, by the way, guys.
That Warzone's so bad too.
This will save me doing an episode this week if I just show y'all what's in this box.
One of the best games of all time.
Yes, one of
All
the.
up.
See, I like WCW NWO World Tour. That was my favorite one.
Yeah, both of those are real good.
Because you can unlock Glacier.
Did I tell you I took acting lessons with that guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
3P says that Woodbury has the championship belt. He's the champ. The champ is here. What can you do?
Thanks for putting that Battletoads theme in my head, man.
You're welcome.
Hey, you should hear Dan's Contra thing though. It stuck with me like 4 days.
What's he got? He
My
does the
Contra.
song
Yeah.
with your mouth? With mouth music?
Yeah, like real music.
Oh.
Not fake music.
No, not fake music, but I meant like mouth. I thought like I'm doing with my mouth there, or like something you recorded.
Oh, no. It's a video on the channel.
Oh, I will check that out. I haven't seen that.
It's pretty cool, man.
Video.
Tight's asking me if I see the.
All right.
No, Tight. The only comment, Tight White just texted me. He says, "Do you see the comment that I posted like 30 times?" The last comment on the stream that you have is, "Thank you. I will believe it when I see it. Should have launched with it. Unforgivable." So you're still complaining about Metroid not being launched with the Switch, and you posted that
So you're still complaining about Mesh.
once. So I don't know which stream you're on. Maybe you're watching Zoe Burger or something. I don't know.
This shit's so cool. All right, I'm gonna go through some of this stuff in this box real quick. Y'all give me an estimate on what you think the value of this box is, okay?
$5.
Okay, that's a good choice. Good call. All right, these are Game Genie code books, different ones for Super Nintendo, and then these were like, I guess you had to be a subscriber to Game Genie, and these were sent to the guy's name. I'm not going to show his name or anything, but these are all like addressed, and they're like update books. Like, so I guess when they came out with new codes, they'd send you a little update of like manual in the mail, which is fucking totally dope. I got all this stuff through a deal from MC Murr, actually. It's through one of his buddies. He was kind of a middleman selling a pile of stuff for him. Pokemon guide. I don't really care about Pokemon so much, but this is special edition for yellow, red, and blue player's guide, trainer's guide. Everyone knows what this is. I never had. I haven't had one of these since I was a kid, so this is mine. I keep this now.
That's funny. I was just looking on OfferUp, and somebody had the mouse in the game, and they wanted $20 for it. They didn't have the pad though.
Yeah, I need the pad.
Mouse with the ball and the game. Now, one of my new series I'm about to start working on, because I have about 10 copies of Mario Paint at this moment, is What's on My Mario Paint. And I'm just going to start ripping off the footage. If anybody saved their old footage, there's at least 4 of my copies that have random weird
save data
on them. So I'm going to start showing people what people did, 20 years ago and saved on their Mario Paints. We used to make movies on mine. If you ever find the one I had as a kid, there are like full-length movies saved on there, 30-minute fucking masterpieces of Mario Paint, amazingness, that me and my buddy David Ruckner, who is a real filmmaker, you can look up him on IMDb and see his movies. He's made some, so he's got there's Mario Paints made by real people out there in this real world.
Somebody ever make like 8-bit porn on their Mario Paint?
Basically, some of ours were like that. Like, I'll let Murr tell that story. Murr's got a good one. Murr's got a great Mario Paint story. I'll let him tell you that one day. So there was a 64 in there with the same wrestling game you had. We got Revenge in there. A little, I guess I'll put this on. We got Super Mario World. I'll keep the little boys out first. The Simpsons, Bart's Nightmare, Mortal Kombat 1. Star Fox, which actually helps me complete Star Fox because I got a box and a manual over there and I didn't have the game for some reason. I don't have the first game. Castlevania 4. Secret of Mana with the manual.
Cool.
Secret of Evermore with the manual.
Nice.
Never heard of it.
Chrono Triggers.
What?
Two Chrono
What?
Triggers?
Two Chrono Triggers.
Fucking crazy.
Everything but one of them is only manual game and box. The other one is manual game, one poster and box. So I'm missing one poster, or 3 posters technically. They each came with 2 posters. Final Fantasy 3 complete in the box.
Also upside
Sure.
down.
Mint condition, like as mint as fuck. Oh, it's upside down. Mint, the mintiest box I've ever seen of Final Fantasy 3. A Game Boy Game Shark complete in the box. A Sega Genesis X Band. So now I have a Genesis one and a Super Nintendo one. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's terrible. The 4-player connector thing for a Game Boy. I've never seen one of these before. I
pretty
didn't have.
quick.
I didn't have a Game Boy as a kid, so if anybody needs this thing, let me know.
That's pretty cool. You can hook up the link cables and play like F1 race.
I actually have one of those.
And there's the cable for the 64, and then we got Symphony of the Night official guide.
Ooh.
For real. Super Mario 3 strategy guide from Nintendo Power.
Nice.
It's not in the best shape. That cover's pretty torn. But this might be my new favorite thing. Issue 1
Wow.
with the poster.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Damn.
Zelda. And these go for about 100, 125 bucks with the poster.
Damn, there it is.
And it's got a baseball thing on it. I just know it's upside down, but bases loaded, RBI baseball, and Major League Baseball were coming up in the next issue. I guess was going to be talking about them, so that's what that poster's about. And then there's the full Zelda map. I mean, it's in really nice shape.
That's sick.
MC Murr ended up with a stack of Nintendo Powers and a couple games he wanted out of the stack. I don't know exactly what he paid for his stuff, but I'll tell you, I gave $500 for this box today, and I think there's roughly 8 to 9 in it. Something like that.
The two trigger games.
You know, there's $600.
$500.
$500 to $600 right there.
Wow.
And
Yeah, he scored
150, 130, 150, something like that on that Final Fantasy. I figured it was worth it for 500 bones. Plus, I needed Star Fox, and I needed a complete Chrono Trigger. One of those will get sold, but Star Fox will stay with me, and Chrono Trigger will go away. The rest of it will go away, except for that Nintendo Power and the Chrono Trigger. One of the Chrono Trigger, Star Fox, and Nintendo Power. Everything else, see you later. But that's a pretty good deal, right? 500 bones for that box. I think it's a good deal.
Can't go wrong.
That was a good deal.
Yep.
And he made money too. It's not like I raped anybody on that one. So.
God, you guys make me feel. I feel like I'm the worst collector in here.
Why is that?
You guys get all because I never find shit. I don't find anything.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, this came from MC Murr. A buddy of MC Murr is in need of some cash real quick. He's got some job issues going on, and apparently Andy's known him for like 15 years and never knew that the guy had any of this stuff at his house. And he was like, "Hey man, you like video games? What do you think this thing's worth?" And he showed him a box Chrono Trigger, and Andy about shit himself. And he goes,
Guys,
"I got another one of them and a Final Fantasy something or other." And he like pulled out a box and handed it to him. And Andy's like, "Look, I could fuck you over and give you $100 and take this whole box and make a bundle, but you're my buddy and I'm not going to do that. So let me call somebody with some cash and see if they want to help us out." So I know I paid $500 for this box. I don't know what Andy paid for the other stuff because it was some pretty good stuff that Andy's going to get. Hopefully this guy made out like a bandit, you know, comparatively, like selling it on eBay. If he sold it all on eBay, he might clear $700. You know, after fucking eBay fees and shipping and all that shit. And so, you know, hopefully I helped somebody out that needed it tonight too. That makes me feel good.
Guys, I have to show you my big find of the day.
All right.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at it, man.
You guys sitting down?
Hey-oh.
You guys sitting down?
There might be children in here. I don't know, man.
Well, and, you know,
Not yet. Okay, I'll get off.
There it is. It's
What is
gold,
that?
guys. Good luck finding one of these.
a Nyko controller? What is that? Bluetooth controller? I think we lost him.
Yeah.
Well, you see it again in
Dan,
case
you
you
kinda-
missed it the first time.
Yeah, Dan, you froze up. Tell us what it is.
Oh, it's a Nyko Wii controller. It's gold, and that's about it. That's all I have to say about it. It was $5. I think it's probably worth $6, and yeah, that was my score of the day.
Well,
It's a
that
pretty
beats
sick
me.
score. It's gold.
It is gold. Maybe it's rare. I don't know.
That beats
Probably
me.
not. So
All right, should
Well,
I?
I can honestly say I've never seen that before. So
nor had I.
Should I put the real Star Fox in the Star Fox box, or should I put Star Fox Super Weekend in the Star Fox box?
the real Star
Look,
Fox.
real.
The real Star Fox.
I just wanted to show off that Super Weekend again because I'm cocky like that.
Tight White's still freaking out over this comment. He's now in our text asking Paul, "Did you see that?" And Paul's like, "No, I didn't see it." And I'm looking through the comments, and of course I get to be the monitor of this, and I'm not seeing anywhere where Tight White has a comment retracted, redacted, flagged, banned, booted, anything.
I was drawing male anatomy for hours. I don't know what that means, but of course.
We were talking about Mario Paint.
Oh. MC Murr definitely drew some male anatomy.
Kashmir Taylor, welcome back. It's gold.
Y'all aren't watching Fandango on SmackDown or Raw? What's on tonight? Raw? Oh, that's Chris Jericho. I thought it was damn Fandango. He came out dancing.
Jericho can work.
Jericho's great.
I was watching some old WCW episodes on YouTube because I was off for like 2 days, Fridays, so I had nothing to do. And
List.
God, I can't believe some of the commercials they used to run. Like it was all video games, like cologne,
Action figures.
yeah, fitness, supplements, toys. And it's like when you're a kid, you don't understand marketing, you know what I mean? But obviously, that's the demographic for radio control cars, you know what I mean? And NBA Jam games. And I just remember some of those commercials. And I was starting to like remember them and say them as the commercial was playing, like it was, like in the WWF. Remember when they had that like weird molten like silver and then that cube came out of it and like rotated and it was like WWF for over 50 years, the revolutionary force in professional wrestling. You remember that? Like,
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen that forever. And then they ran the bit about, Skip and Barry Horowitz. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Like, I haven't seen that for years with Sonny. Yummy.
You know what I miss? I miss this. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all tell me what it is when I play it.
But they ran a commercial for Mega Man X2.
I will do our map.
I wish this still happened every time I watched a show on this channel. What the hell is this? Yeah, here it is. Can y'all hear this? It's a little bit long. This is the original intro. Can you hear it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
The HBO song.
Yep. The HBO song. Are you gonna get trademarked infringed? Anyway, I love that goddamn song. Every time something that used to come on, I think, uh-oh, it's time for something good about to happen.
All right, guys, I gotta get going.
Later, Apox.
All right,
Have a good
all right,
night.
man.
Going on.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah,
Yep.
man.
See you guys later.
All right, brother.
Later.
Yeah, Tight White, I'm still looking for this comment. I'm gonna scroll through.
You look very good now, Star Fox. You can go in your new home. What, you don't like your home? You too good for your home, ball? I need an insert for this motherfucker. I'm sure there are people who make them already. I don't even know why I'm gonna ask this, but you can buy like reproduction inserts and stuff, right? Like the cardboard, just the holder part to hold the game in there.
Oh yeah.
I might start doing that for some of this stuff. It deserves to have its little cradle, even if it's not the original cradle. Fuck off, frog. That was me doing my Slippy Toad imitation.
All right, tight. So here's the I got double dribble. Double dribble.
Double dribble.
Then I have I asked you if you wanted to be in the stream. You said no, you're sick. And the house has no water because you had a busted pipe. And you said you'll be here till 10. And then you said, who is this Wood Karen guy? Get him off the stream. Messing around with Wood Baron.
Yeah, there can only be one Wood Baron, or Wood. That's me. Wood Baron.
Scrolling down. And then you said you'll copy and paste this shit all night until they reference this ultimate play-a move. All right. So we can put this to bed. I will just read you the comment because Tight White feels that it's important to interrupt my stream by texting me this comment, which says, from earlier, the best thing that I got for free at Thrift was P Nanny. Grabbed a shirt off the rack and asked a nice-looking woman if she would date a guy in this shirt. She said yes, and I got the digits. Playa! Exclamation point. Good for you, man.
That's the most retro thing you can get is P Nanny. That's old school.
Been around for a while.
That's a throwback name for some pussy. P Nanny.
All right, Edge for Gaming, take it easy, man. You got to be up at 5 a.m., man. That's crazy. What's that in, like, Florida time? That's like what, like 3 p.m.? I don't know. He said Tight's pissed. He's pissed about the delivery that I'm, like, playing it on, like, what, nonchalant?
He's pissed.
No, bro, we can't see your comment. I don't know where it went. And when I scroll up, it'll take me to where Jason Rotberg says that he's leaving, and then Bianca said, take care, and then CMRetro said he wouldn't mind a OG sealed Zelda.
I wouldn't.
So if it was before that, then I can't see it.
I stand behind my comment.
Michael Gloria says, Kevin, those are incredible finds. Thanks for sharing. He got a story for you. He got only $4.50 and got Super Mario All-Stars Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest, Yoshi's Island for the SNES. So you got all those games for $4.50. That's a pretty good deal.
That's a deal.
That's a nice
I'd take
deal right
that.
there.
I'd totally take that.
Especially Yoshi's Island, man. That's such a great game. Such an underrated great game.
Yeah, except for the crying.
Crying does get annoying, but don't lose Mario and you won't have that problem.
Oh, yeah, that's easy enough.
Kill for a little while. I got a buddy of mine want me to play some Battlefield 1, but I'd rather talk to you fellas for a little while longer.
Hey-o.
Hello. So, Chris,
Yes.
I'm looking for a few games for the N64. Dan saw the empty boxes. Well, they're boxes with manuals and stuff, but I need games for them. And the big ones I would like to get is Mario Kart 64. All I need is the game. Diddy Kong Racing, Pokemon Stadium 2, and Pilot Wings 64.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Did you have a question, or are you just saying you needed to get those games?
Yeah, I need to get those games.
Oh, okay. Get Mario Kart 64. It's awesome.
What sucks, I just sold mine today too, like a couple
That's
hours ago.
Damn. Because Dan saw the boxes for those games
Yeah.
earlier. You missed out on that. You stepped away for a minute.
Are you looking for a regular copy of Mario Kart 64 or the player's choice copy of Mario 64? Because you have the box and the manual, right?
Do you guys care if I go through those boxes again? Because Chris missed that.
No, go ahead, man. It's
Yeah,
fine.
show them.
All right, cool.
Does anybody have a loose
I gotta go to the bathroom.
for 64? I could use one. Are we doing
That's
trade
game.
street right now?
So I
right.
need the cart for this one.
Okay, so that's a regular Mario Kart box. So you don't want to get a cartridge that's got the player's choice emblem on it.
Right, for sure. And then South Park.
I might have
Mhm.
that.
And then
In fact, I'm pretty positive I do. Hold on, I'll look for it.
Diddy Kong's Racing. I just wanted to share this with you and CMRetro because you guys missed that. But Hang Time, Pokemon Stadium 2,
Oh, that's a good one.
um,
Extreme G2.
yeah, Wave Race 64, F-Zero X, Mario 64, and Pilot Wings. I was really interested in Pilot Wing 64. Really nice box too. Chris, you see that?
I do.
Okay.
I got that one.
We need to work out some kind of deal, man, for some of these games I need to complete.
You got any artistic nudes? I mean games? He didn't even hear that. He was putting the boxes away. Tight White says it was flagged. He tried to soften the words that got flagged. Yeah, bro, I don't know.
Quit being mean, Ty. And you won't get flagged.
Chris Whitledge. He says he has a regular Super Mario Kart loose, but he was waiting to use it for trade at Super BitCon in OKC. Wow.
Power Player Paul, you only need 3 titles to finish your 64 collection. That's pretty fucking great. You need the 3 hardest ones to get, probably.
Sculptor's got Bomberman 2 and Worms.
Worms is such a fucking great game.
You know, you could probably get all 3 of those games if you sold Flintstones.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'm gonna jump off and go get some water. I'll be right back. So you guys talk amongst yourselves.
Here's a topic. The Civil War was neither civil nor war. Discuss.
Captain.
Yo.
Yeah, when I saw that trigger in box, I was like, oh, maybe I'll hit you up about that. And sure enough, I looked it up. Those things aren't cheap, huh?
No, sir.
Wow. I don't even have the game loose.
That's, yeah, I mean, I've got 2. So I've had that game come and go like 3 times. I beat it like 5 years ago for the first time I'd ever played it. When I first got it about 5 years ago, and I beat it, sat and beat it, held on to it for about a year, sold it off. It comes and goes. I see one like every 6 months, it feels like.
Is it that good of a game to warrant the $100 tag?
For loose, I'd say yeah. I'd say it's, if you want the real deal, yeah, it's worth $100 just for that game. It's one of those you can put 60 hours into, before you can grind and grind and grind away on that kind of RPG. So it's fun, and the storyline's great.
Well, it's also on the PS1, right?
Yeah, I mean, PS1 is, it's got upgraded graphics and whatnot on PS1, and it's the same game. So it might.
Have you played? You've played it on the PS1 as well?
Yes. I have that one somewhere around here, somewhere close. Actually,
Are you getting rid of that one?
Yeah, man, all this stuff for sale, bro. It's all for trade or sale. I don't care. Again, I feel like I like being more of a catch and releaser. I like to get stuff and make sure it's good stuff, clean it up, and send it off to a new home to somebody who else is going to cherish it. And I saved it from some old lady's fucking yard sale or from some other reseller who's just in it to make a profit and they don't give a fuck about the game. Like I definitely like collect things. I mean, there's 100 things in here that are never leaving my sight, but maybe 75 things that are never leaving. And even then, for the right price, that shit can go because I'll find it again one day. It's nothing. I don't have anything with the exception of my Ghostbusters Playhouse from my own childhood anymore. So
wow.
There's no real sentimental value to any of this stuff. There's nostalgic value for it, but there's no sentimental value to it except for the Ghostbusters house. Let me see if I can find that, if I have it, the Chrono Trigger on PS1.
Who's looking for that game?
I am. I do not have that one. I've never even played that game. That, and I'm looking for Space Invaders on the PSP.
I didn't even know that was on the PSP.
It is. It's a Mega Mix
Found out
type
about
game.
it today. It's supposed to be really good, though.
It's Space Invaders Extreme. I have it.
You have it?
Yeah, I have it somewhere. I think it might be in the box. But okay, so Dan, why I got you here? I'm thinning out my herd this year. Thinning the games that don't get played. I don't play them. The kids don't play them. They're gone. And part of that collection is my Wii collection. So I selected a stack of games here, and if you need them, right? So
Yeah.
We Love Golf. It's a Capcom title.
I might need that. I think there's two of them. I think I have the second one. I don't have the first.
World War II Aces.
Have that one.
Okay, put that one over here. Guitar Hero World Tour. Complete.
I'm not sure if I have that one or not.
All right, I'll put that over here. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2.
I think I need that one. Or yeah, that's a possibility. I'm not sure if I have that one or not.
All right. Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Have that one.
Okay.
No dice on the PS1.
Wipeout
Oh, bummer.
Thought I had it.
game.
Got it.
Rio.
Got it.
Monster Stunt Racer 4x4. This is actually a pretty fun game. I just don't have time to play it.
Got that one.
Lego Batman DC Superheroes.
Don't got that one.
Sonic Unleashed.
I don't know if I have that one or not.
That's a good one.
Complete shovelware right here. Family Party 30 Great Games.
Michael Gloria in the comments, any game of
Got it.
Ninja Turtles, Donatello. Because of the ring.
Battalion Wars 2.
You got that one.
Battalion Wars 2. Okay. And this one is Medieval Games. and it has a cardboard slip cover.
With the slip cover.
And then it like opens up. So do you need that one?
Yeah, Chris, I have that one already with the slip cover.
Oh, okay.
Resident Evil 4, Dan, you need that one?
Got that one.
Okay.
All right, so we got Sonic Unleashed, Batman 2, DC Superheroes, Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 2, Guitar Hero World Tour, and We Love Golf.
Yeah, and that Rio, I don't think I have Rio either. I do have We Love Golf.
Okay.
Hey, Dan, I'll keep an eye out for those Wii games, man. I find shovelware all the time for the Wii.
Yeah, I'm looking for a lot of the shovelware. So if you're finding games for like $1, snag them up and you know, with you or whatever.
You have Harvey Birdman on the Wii?
I do have that one.
That's a good show, by the way. Or it was.
Dude, that game is fucking great.
Dan, you have one of
Yeah,
these?
so- I do. I got mine from the video game wizard, Aaron Kosharsky.
Okay.
You need country dance.
I put it on Craigslist for like $30, and I was gonna take the first person that offered me $20 for it. But I've had 0 offers, so I figured if you
Yeah.
needed it for your collection, I'd just send it your way.
That's real nichey. I think you struggle to sell that.
Yeah, the thing was, I've been doing so well with the Guitar Hero guitars. So, and for 13, I bought it for $13. So,
I mean, eventually someone's gonna want it and pay the money for it. Might take a little longer though.
Shit, I forgot this was up there. Idiot. I'm an idiot.
The Cap's got a whole stack of Wii games right
Yeah,
there.
you need any of this stuff here? I was going to show you these Wii games. Like, I could give a fuck about the Wii itself. Can you see this stuff? Zelda, Skyward, Okami, Brave and the Bold, Batman, Smash Brothers Brawl, Tony Hawk Shred, All Stars, WWF, House of the Dead Overkill, Press Your Luck 2010 edition, Wii Fit Plus, Naruto Clash of the Ninja Revolution, Bleach Shattered Blade.
That Naruto I might need.
Okay. I've also got Red Steel, Offshore Tycoon, Major League
Offshore Tycoon I need.
Major League Baseball Power Pros, which is fucking an awesome game, by the way. It's like a date simulator for a baseball team. It's ridiculous. You gotta
Dan,
I don't know if I have that one or not.
you gotta find a girlfriend and keep her happy.
you're getting hooked up, Dan. A lot of games right there you don't have.
Staff of Kings, Indiana Jones, Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of the New World, Pinball, the Williams Collection, Hall of Fame Pinball, Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 2, Battle of the Bands, Country Dance, Mad World, which is an awesome game, Metroid Other M, Rygar, the Battle something.
I need that Rygar.
That's a good game too.
Haunted House, which is that an update of the old Atari game? Because that's pretty
It is.
Manhunt 2, Epic Mickey 2, and a Castlevania Judgment.
Yeah, got those.
Okay. So you might need Rygar, Offshore Tycoon, and Naruto.
Yeah, I think I would need those 3. So see
We've
if we can
taken
work
over
some.
the next trade show soon. Damn, I've lost a lot of weight. I'm just looking at myself in this picture here. I fucking dropped a shitload of weight, fellas.
You're looking good, man.
I need to
Real good.
out and put some damn muscles on this frame now.
Get swole.
Get bulky.
Looking all gangly.
What do you want, son? Yeah, I do. I was just looking at my arm. I was like, what is that raptor arm turned around for? It's creepy. Oh, I just found a Animaniacs, The Great Edgar Hunt that I didn't know I had up there for GameCube.
Are you getting rid of that? Because I'd be interested
Yeah,
in that.
Definitely for sale or for trade
All
or
right.
whatever you want to do. Throw
Yeah,
in the
set
pile
that
too.
aside.
And I was sitting on a gizmo. You don't want to sit on a gizmo. Never a good idea.
Don't feed that thing after midnight.
No shit.
Or don't get it wet.
What? That's such stupid rules. Such stupid rules. When it's always after midnight somewhere. What the fuck? You can't ever feed the goddamn thing. Don't get it wet. Well, great. What if it spits on itself? And what was the other
So
one?
did you guys see Pat's latest podcast? He talks about the guy that got the complete Wii collection.
Yeah, he's talking about. I think he's talking about Casey the Game Nerd. He's got a channel on here. I don't know if you've seen him, but he's got it.
It wasn't though. I know who he is. I don't think it was Casey that he was talking about though.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought that's
That
who
was
he's
the
talking
weird
about.
part.
He's got a Wii U and a fucking Wii collection. That dude's fucking impressive.
That guy trumps everyone.
Oh man, he kicks ass on his pickups. Yes.
I can't even watch it because it makes me sick. I'm just like, I don't even feel. It just makes me feel bad about myself, so I can't watch it.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Tight's asking, is this a trade show? No, I went through my Wii games because I'm trying to thin out my collection. I know Dan's a big Wii guy, so I pulled the titles that I didn't want and let him choose which games that he wanted. I have his address now. It's in the system, as they say, so I can get those out to him and out of my house as soon as possible.
That'd be awesome.
As soon as he
Thank you.
confirms that he needs Rio, Sonic Unleashed, Lego Batman 2, Guitar Hero. Because if he doesn't need Guitar Hero, I won't send it to him. You know what I mean? I'm not going to send you a stupid Guitar Hero game. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 2. So you got the other games. I started playing that Batman game, The Brave and the Bold, for Wii.
It's
What
good.
was it?
Not a bad game. You know, if you get it for $5 or $6, definitely pick it up. It's very cool. It's almost like playing an actual comic book. And I like that it goes back to the Brave and the Bold, like 1960s comic, you know, where Batman would like go be with Aquaman for an episode and solve an Aquaman problem. And then he'd go with like Blue Beetle, you know, for an episode, be with Blue Beetle. But the gameplay is just repetitive.
Yeah.
You can upgrade like, you know, your batarangs and your laser swords and, you know, your explosive devices and all the little gadgets that Batman has. And then I like the addition of having the +1 character. So like you can play as Batman, and then there's always like Robin on the screen, right? There's always a second player, even if there's no one playing, the computer will play. And you can pick at the beginning of the level who you want to be like your +1. So like Aqua, you can use their special power. So when like you're surrounded by enemies, you can hit the button and Aquaman will come in and you shake the Wiimote to build up this power meter, and like a huge wave will come across the screen with like fishes and stuff in it, and Aquaman's got a little thing that he'll say. But yeah, like Black Lightning and the Flash, they all come in and do certain things. It's actually really cool, but it's just kind of repetitive.
It's kiddie. The animation's great in it though.
Yeah, and you get some Batman enemies that you don't really see a lot anymore. Like Clock King and Grood, you know, Catman. That was ridiculous. But yeah, it into it. I'll finish it.
Dan, I've also got Godzilla Unleashed, Cars Racerama Sealed, and Dragon's Lair Trilogy and Metroid Prime Trilogy. If you need
Dragon's Lair. Lair, I definitely need. I have it loose, but I don't have it complete.
Come on out. So I sent my tick. This the game I bought here for I paid $25 for this complete in box at a game store a couple months ago, and the game did not work inside it. At least I couldn't get it to come on. So I sent the game to John Riggs to see if he could fix it on his little show, and he has not been able to find his Genesis to test what he did yet. But he may have been able to save it by taking the ROM and putting it on a different cart or a different ROM board, you know, taking the chip off and putting it on a different board. But anyway, like 2 days ago, I found a loose version of the tick for $3, so now there's a tick in there.
Oh,
Nice.
There you go.
So now I got a complete one again, and maybe he can fix the other one, and I'll sell one of them. It's
Is
a
he
fun
going to
game.
do an episode on it?
Yeah, he was going to. He's done a couple of my games already on like 2 episodes of his shows or stuff I've sent him, and he was going to do one, but he can't find his Genesis to test it, so he doesn't know if it's working yet or not.
Power Player Paul
Genesis.
is
I was like, dude, I'll send you a Model 3 Genesis that also has the second player controller port isn't working. So if you can fix that for me, that'd be great. And you can do both shows, fix my Genesis and my game, and send them back to me.
Power Player Paul's checking out. So 3P, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate the support, and we'll see you on the next one.
Later, dude.
See you later, Paul.
Is Dragon's Lair Trilogy just? I mean, it says Dragon's Lair Space Ace and Dragon's Lair 2. I've never played Dragon's Lair 2, but Dragon's Lair 1. This is like the actual arcade full motion video one, right?
Yeah, I believe it is.
That's what it looks like. Big skeleton hand coming out to get you. And then Space Ace, same thing. It's like the 3DO version or the the arcade version.
So Captain Retro, who
Yeah.
does those fixes for you, man? What's that guy's channel?
John Rigged. It's called Rigged Games, I think. RIGG''D Rigged Games. And he does like, can I fix it? And he takes carts that people send him that they can't get working or whatever, and he either cleans them perfectly and gets them working, or cleans them really well and still can't get it working, and then he'll take the cart apart and pop the ROM chip off of it and put it on a board that he knows is working, like a good board, and he'll bring the game back to life. Basically, he saves stuff, which I can do that. Like I honestly tried to fix that tick before I sent it to him. I pulled it off of a ROM board and resoldered it to another working ROM board that I knew worked. That was the exact same board from another sports game for the Genesis, but it still wouldn't turn on. So I don't know if my soldering skills aren't up to snuff or if it's just fucked. So I sent it to him as like if you can't fix it, it's fucked type of thing. You know what I mean? I've got skills with a soldering gun. I can fix pretty much anything electronically with the exception of lasers. I haven't gotten around to like my laser skills yet, swapping out a CD, drive laser, but pretty much anything else on a machine I can rebuild. Same thing with the guitars and like, most small electronics. That was my niche. I toured the country with the Marsh Tucker Band and Zach Brown Band, a couple other big bands as a guitar tech for a couple of years and fixed their shit for them.
That's pretty cool, man. I'll check out his channel for sure.
All right, I love getting these comments in the comment section. X Multiverse. Hello, I'm X Multiverse. Please come check out my YouTube channel and give me feedback and turn on the bell to see my next video or live stream. X Multiverse, what do you do on your YouTube channel?
That's not how you do it either.
If you're going to self-promote, which is fine, I'm all for self-promoting, but at least tell us what you do. Do you do retro video games? Do you do old Playboy magazines? If I go over to your channel, what am I gonna see? Please say like snuff films. I mean, like, whoa, wait, hey, whoa, guy.
I teach you how to fillet penises. What? Huh?
T-Dub says, I hear Dan needs the rare Mexican color Wii or the paper bag colored Wii limited edition Wii console.
That's not true. That's a lie.
Erroneous! MC Murr is here. What's up, MC Murr?
Hey, buddy.
MC Murr.
Big Murr.
What's up, Murr?
What's going on, brother?
Hey there, buddy. I was just over at Murr's house. Yeah, I told y'all that.
Hey, buddy.
I got to meet that big baby boy he's got with him. Man, he's got a monster child.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, y'all remember the baby Godzilla? It's about that big. Big old baby boy that's loud and talkative. He's 3 months old, something like that, but he wants to carry on conversations already. So he's like, and you're like, yeah, dude, cool. Pretty awesome.
He'll be on here with us before long.
I'm bathing a midget. See? I told you, he's bathing a midget. Not even a...
That's pretty funny.
Oh, Chris, I already have that Guitar Hero game, that World Tour.
Okay, cool.
Yep, I just found that in my list.
Do you have the Beatles Rock Band for your Wii? With all the
I do. I have the set as well.
I've got the guitar, I've got the bass or whatever. So
Yep.
Hoffman.
All right, so you need Rio, Sonic Unleashed, Lego Batman 2, and Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2.
Correct.
Perfect. Easy enough.
Isn't going to be the only one with that complete collection. I'm coming.
We want to get you there. About what,
There's a
600
couple-
games away?
Less than that. I'm showing some Wii games tomorrow that I'm filming, so my count's going to be up around like 675, 680.
Wow, closing in on 700 Wii games. That's pretty damn impressive.
What's your NES count?
Yeah, it's 140.
Nice.
Yeah, that was an afterthought collecting for it. My GameCube's probably the next biggest one. It's like 265 or something.
I'm like 313 on my Nintendo collection. Regular Nintendo.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
I'm not going for complete, so I'm pretty much done. Like, there's a couple other ones I'd like to have in the slots, but you know, I'm not paying fucking $1,000 for little Samson. So if I find it cheap,
Never say never.
I'll never say never. I didn't think I'd spend fucking what I spent on that Star Fox cart in my life. But then again, most of that was done through trade, thank God. So
I'm sure you'll do that again with little Samson.
I might. Shit, I might trade this fucking Star Fox for a little Sammy. You know, Retropalooza Houston's coming up in April, so I'm gonna take a bunch of shit down there and go have fun. You never know what I'll come back with. That's kind of the fun of it too, man. Like, again, I'm not going for a complete set. I also don't know everything there is to know about every video game ever made, so it's fun to fucking find something new that you've never heard of, and you play it and you like it, and then you go after the box and the manual for it. Like, that's kind of how I play the game. If I like it enough to want it, I will go after the complete set of it. With the exception of a manual, like, I mean, not the manual, but I don't need strategy guides. I'm not a strategy guide guy. Other than a couple Zelda.
Well, Captain, you got to find me PTO 2, the box, when you're at that convention.
I can do that. I can make that happen. You know, like I said, send me a little list of stuff you're looking for, man, and I can, you know, keep it in the file and on my phone or whatever, and be popping it up. And anytime I see something, I can grab it for people. I have no problem doing that.
Hey, Dan, what about Spider-Man Web of Shadows for Wii? Do you need that game?
That's a fun game, too.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
All right, because that's never going to get played.
What the fuck did I do with my Game Boy?
Yeah, I think that's all of them. The rest of them are like Mario's and Just Dance games that my kids still like to play.
Yeah, I got all those big titles I pretty much got.
Do you have a Castle of Shikigami 3?
You know, I only have a loose disc. I don't have a complete.
Have you played it?
No.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I just ordered the second one on the PS2 because of your shmups tournament.
It's so good.
It looks incredible.
Once we get into the later rounds, right? So you have to do 4 matchups in that part of the bracket. But once you get to, like, you know, the final 2 of that bracket, instead of doing a 20-minute video where you're kind of reviewing, talking, and showing, you know, 8 shoot 'em ups, you can do a 20-minute. You can actually show more footage. You know what I mean? You can do like 10 minutes of Castle Shikigami. So the music is incredible and it just looks amazing. And it does this really cool thing, especially like in normal mode, which is typically where I like to play my shooters. Just 64-minute tight white, MC Murr, and Nightwalker. In case you guys didn't know, I have a Facebook now. Brand new Facebook account went up today. Link is in the description. Check that out if you're into Facebook. But it does this really cool thing on normal mode where it starts you out with 3 continues. Okay? And you're going to die, and you're going to die, and you're going to die, and you're going to lose your because it's a bullet hell. You know what I mean? But for every hour of gameplay over 3 hours, you get another continue. And you can get up to like 9 continues, which means that if you play for a total play time of, I don't know, I think it's like anything over 3 hours every hour. So it'd be like 12 hours. So if you played the game for 12 hours, not 12 straight hours, just 12 hours in total, you would end up getting the max amount of continues. And by the time you've played 12 hours, you're already 75% of the way through the game. So you can spend all those extra continues, on those last couple levels. And it's pretty check. Yeah.
No, that is cool.
But it's definitely better than Mobile Light Force. T-Dub says, check out his channel, please, at 5,000 subs. I will send you a big pot of gumbo. Awesome. MC Murr says he still has to do his Wii collection video.
Yeah, I got to do mine too.
MC Murr's supposed to be helping me make a damn wrestling video response too. We're gonna work on that this Thursday. We're gonna get together and shoot some stuff. So be ready for it.
Yeah, AAA wants a piece of you.
He can get a fucking whole goddamn handful, son. Bring it.
Like, I think he's really he gets upset. It's pretty good. I don't think he understands. It's kind of a joke, but he's like, that fucking Captain Retro guy pissing me off.
I'm supposed to not like the heel, right? Isn't that the point of wrestling? You're supposed to boo the heel. Boo that.
Yep.
That guy's a fucking heel. Nice.
No, this is straight out of the Attitude Era, where you cheer the anti-hero.
Oh no! See, you're still going for that Stone Cold thing. I'm over it, man. I want my hero. I want my Bill Goldberg back.
Goldberg.
What's up with Goldberg? Have y'all been watching this? I mean, can y'all believe what they're letting Goldberg do?
It's terrible.
You think it's terrible?
Oh, I think it's stupid. They've ruined Brock Lesnar.
I think WrestleMania, he's going to murder Bill Goldberg.
I think so too, but the problem is, Goldberg can't actually wrestle. He can do 2 moves, and he can't work with anyone else. He can only dominate. So
again,
don't let him kick you in the face.
That was years ago. Maybe
yeah, don't let him touch you.
He's warmed up to some moves, and they've got a whole plan worked out. You know what I mean? Maybe that for the last 6 months they've been rehearsing this fight for WrestleMania. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I like it, dude. When that shit went down, it blew my mind that they let something like that happen. Like, it was 1997 WCW all over again. I was like, holy frick, look at that.
It's all right. I just wish
says,
it wasn't versus Brock Lesnar.
Right.
Yeah. Ty White says, hi, I'm new to YouTube. Can you shout me out? I collect games and do drive-bys with a dog named Taylor.
I told
Hey,
you.
you guys talking about wrestling or whatnot. You guys know Batista's going to MMA?
Ugh.
I saw that. I actually saw one of his MMA fights, and he got his ass kicked.
Thinking like CM Punk.
No, he won. He won. CM Punk got his ass kicked.
CM Punk got murdered.
Batista fought this rather large gentleman. Not muscular large.
Rather large. You ever go back and watch the original UFCs, like the first 3 or 4 UFCs?
Yeah.
So good.
So
The
good.
first one is incredible.
The nut punching and the viciousness of it. Like, oh my God.
Straight up Kumite.
Seriously, dude.
Perfect.
Kumite. So,
I've seen them all, man. When Keith Hackney took down the Giant, did you guys see that? The big African-American man?
I don't know names.
Keith Hackney.
What year was that?
I don't know. I barely remember the names, unless it's Gracie.
Yeah, unless it's a Hoist. Spelled Royce.
Ken Shamrock, Tank Abbott.
Tank.
I always did like Tank, man. That dude was a brawler, dude. Like a barber.
He had a
Fighter.
little run in the wrestling.
What about
He
Butter,
did.
Butterbean when he knocked out Bart Gunn?
So bad.
Yeah, what was that? It was the Brawl for It All or something? What was
Brawl
it called?
for all.
Brawl for all. Yeah, let's let fake wrestlers go into a tough man competition with this monster. Poor Bart Gunn. That ended his career, man. He was a pretty decent wrestler until his brains got shammered by Butterbean.
And they can say what they want to about Lesnar, but he come in there and actually took out Frank Mir, which is a heavy hitter in the UFC.
Oh, Lesnar's legit, dude. That's why Dan's mad about it. Like, I agree. They were building up Lesnar to be, if you're gonna have somebody beat the Undertaker's streak, Lesnar's the only credible one to do it.
I didn't like that at all.
I liked the choice of it. I didn't like that it happened, but I thought that the guy to beat him was the right guy. If you're gonna end it, I mean, honestly, Brock Lesnar would tear the limbs off of every person in that fucking organization.
And Lesnar actually beat Randy Couture, which is a great fighter in the UFC. I could not believe that.
Lesnar's legit as fuck, dude. All those national championships are no joke. Like, when
you talk about the great athletes of that generation, just pure because I always said that Bo Jackson is the greatest athlete of all time because he could do anything.
I'd say he's the greatest.
You ever see documentaries? You know, he could play baseball, he could play football, he can bowl, he can play golf, he can shoot arrows. You know what I mean? Like, he's just a natural, and I think Brock Lesnar's sort of like that.
And I would agree with Chris on that. I mean, Bo Jackson, man, he was the real deal.
That's why I liked the Kansas City Royals and the Oakland Raiders when I was in the '90s because of Bo Jackson. And then I
didn't think that the Undertaker streak should have ended. I think it's one of those things that sort of would have made the Undertaker. It would have added to his legacy, right? Like, a lot of guys get to be champions. A lot of guys, have long runs. A lot of guys do all these things. But he's the one guy that did that, never had a loss at WrestleMania. And I think that would have been important for him,
I agree.
But apparently it was his idea.
Well, it was also something they didn't even factor a record of until he was like 13-0. Like, they didn't even realize that he had won every match.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those old Mickey Mantle sayings, and they said, this guy was a 30 for 30 guy. And Mantle goes, if I didn't even know that was a stat, if I would have known, I would have stole more bases.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so he's the guy you make the statistic up for, which, and I would have loved to see the Undertaker, like I said, uniquely have that one thing.
I can give you that, and to let the kayfabe death of wrestling die with the Undertaker. Let him never lose at WrestleMania, and that's when you go into this realistic. Let him retire before you say, okay, that's the last time we're gonna have a unbeatable dead man wrestler. You know what I mean? Or a gimmick that's so gimmicky.
I mean, the problem then, if that's the case, Undertaker should have retired like 2 or 3 years ago.
About 5 years ago.
He looks like fucking shit now.
Yeah.
Just the worst.
I don't disagree with that.
I agree. Have you seen the Giant lately, dude? Have you seen Paul White lately?
He looks pretty good.
He's dropped 100 pounds, easily 100 pounds, and he looks the best he's ever looked.
Still can't wrestle.
No,
can't move.
His knees. I mean, he's still on the same legs. You can't help that, dude. His gigantism ruined his body. But they were able to stop it. He had that pituitary gland surgery or whatever that stopped it. It would have killed him. That whatever it's called, megalomania, whatever the hell it was that he's got.
But just look at Ric Flair. He's one of my favorites of all time, but that dude looks rough, but he still gets up there and wrestles.
Flair's the best, man.
He's old.
Yeah.
That's real old.
Anymore. He ain't wrestled a good match since Shawn Michaels, and that wasn't even a very good match since that retirement match.
Still can talk, though.
He can talk the talk, baby, and that's what you need him for. Just Ric Flair is as a kid, being in the South, that's all we knew was WCW. Like I knew WWF existed in the 80s, but we didn't get to see a lot of it unless it was Saturday Night Main Event. It wasn't broadcast down here. Turner owned everything and was broadcasting WCW and fucking Chattahoochee Smoky Mountain Wrestling and different little side organizations is what we got to see growing up. So WWF wasn't really a thing in my life until about 88, 89 when cable came around and pay-per-views started happening. And my buddy Richard Hamilton up the street, his parents were pretty loaded and they got all the pay-per-views. So I'd go there and watch all of them, man. Like his folks lived on the golf course in our neighborhood. So you could shag golf balls in his backyard from spots,
So to your point, CMRetro, we didn't get to watch wrestling until, like you said, on Saturday night at 12 o'clock. My dad would get me up, man. It was really exciting to get up and see that stuff. And I'll never forget Hogan picking up the Giant and slamming him for the first time.
Oh yeah,
I'll
Russ, that
never forget. Yeah,
was big time. Now that wasn't the first time the Giant had really been picked up, but it was the first time
No, it wasn't.
on TV, basically. But Hogan's moveset was terrible. You know what I mean? Hogan was a face and a mouthpiece, and his moveset is incredibly shitty. And
Like 5 moves.
maybe 4 maybe 6 if you count the back rake.
Ah!
you guys took it deep, man. As a kid, it was just Hulk Hogan coming out there, man. I was a little Hulkster, right?
Hulk. And same thing with Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior just come run to the ring like a freak, and you're like, this motherfucker, yes! You're all
Yes.
I remember the first match with Honky Tonk Man where he came down and destroyed him in like 8 seconds.
The Intercontinental.
And we lost our minds.
He ruined Honky Tonk's Intercontinental reign. The longest reign of the Intercontinental Champ at that time was Honky Tonk.
And then he just left the ring as fast as he came in, which is ridiculous.
Goosebumps talking about this stupid shit. That's how much of a nerd I am for it. I'm watching Bailey on TV right now. I'm watching Raw right here behind the TV.
Michael, I can't believe you're still at. Okay. He says, question. Undertaker back in the days of WWF. What if Undertaker went to WCW? Would The Undertaker join the NWO? The simple answer to that is yes, because everybody joined the NWO at the end, and it was like...
Everybody but Sting.
It broke it.
Yeah, everybody but Sting, right?
Sting stayed true, baby. Sting always stayed true, and that's...
I always did like him.
I didn't care for his return to the WWF. It would have been nice if they just brought him in and put him in the Hall of Fame. And I don't want to see you wrestle anything again. You should have died 10 years ago, too. Not died, but you're the character of the whole.
Yeah, I got you. So you're right, Cap.
The gimmick is over, buddy. It's too to be honest. What's that? SAWFT? Soft?
Yeah, I got the autograph when I saw him in Florida at NXT.
I'll tell you this. She's kind of mannish, but I'd fuck the shit out of Charlotte Flair. I like them big.
Well, that's the only one, brother.
Like tall women, man. I like them legs. Something about legs.
Tight White says Brickhouse Brown was a personal favorite of his.
Brickhouse Brown.
Damn, I ain't heard that in a long time.
That's like the Brooklyn Brawler, or like.
Well, I don't know if he's actually trying to reference like Bad News Brown.
That's what I was
think
thinking,
so.
Chris.
Or
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of. Yeah.
or if he's trying to make some kind of joke. Bad News Brown could work a little bit, man. He could work a little bit. He could talk. For a big guy, he could do an Insiguri. Hit Hogan with the Insiguri. He actually main evented a couple of the Saturday Night Main Event and all that crap.
I always
Guys,
like Steamboat.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I gotta run because I gotta eat some food and get ready for bed. Gotta be up early in the morning. But Chris, yeah, if you send that out, just let me know and I'll try to return the favor with some stuff and
Oh, don't worry about it.
I'll hit you up later on and we'll see what we can work out a deal for those games.
Yeah, we'll see what we
And
can.
Wood, and same with you, Wood. We still got to work that trade out and trade addresses.
All right, bro. We'll do it.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, man.
Later, bro.
Thanks. All right, he's gone. Let's talk shit. No, I'm just kidding.
It's tough to talk shit about Dan. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, super nice dude. I was listening to his album, man.
You're good. I got it.
The one you got on the shelf behind you.
Oh
I
no.
listened to it. Listened to it twice already.
Yeah, it's out in my CD player in my car right now. But I keep the thing up here. And their little postcard I keep up higher.
Yeah, Michael asked if you guys could hire a wrestler, dead or alive, from any company to be your bodyguard. Who would it be?
I don't need a bodyguard. That's what I carry down here for.
I'm gonna say
The
Andre
Iron Sheik.
Andre the Giant, because not only do you get a giant, but you also get a drinking buddy.
I'd say Legion of Doom. I'd hang out with Hawk and Animal from LOD.
That's pretty badass. But going back, I'd have to pick the Iron Sheik for a bodyguard. Because that dude's just mean.
Even intense.
Straight crazy.
Have you listened to? You read his Twitter feed? It's pretty great. I'm a follower of the Iron Sheik on Twitter. It's pretty impressive.
He was actually a really cool dude, man. Real life.
That guy's life is amazing. What he's gone through and done, and the things he's been a part of in his real life. He was one of the personal bodyguards for the Ayatollah or whatever over there in Iraq or Iran, and
Shaw
of Iran, and he had to like flee, the country. He defected to do some wrestling in the Olympics or whatever.
Ain't that some shit, man? That's real shit.
He started to. It's so funny because there was the way he tells the story is that there was a guy that was also like second to the Shaw when he was doing his amateur wrestling, whatever that was, AAU gold medalist or whatever. And the guy that was next to the Shaw at the time got real popular. And the Shaw kind of felt threatened by that, so he had that guy killed. So when Sheik comes back, he gets that job. He gets that job as, the Shaw's right-hand man or whatever.
Right.
And he starts getting a little bit more popular, and he's like, oh, shit, well, I know what happened to that guy. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And left Iran.
And defected and had to like hide out and shit and live in did he move to Canada? He moved somewhere over here to North America. I don't know if it was America straight off, but started doing, amateur bodybuilding and wrestling and stuff and just made a name for himself, dude. And he was the villain of the 80s. Like, fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
There was no better bad guy than the Iron Sheik in the early 80s, early to mid 80s. That's what cemented him losing the belt to Hogan is what made Hogan so big. Don't get it. I think him laying down and giving the belt to Hogan is what made Hogan that much bigger because it was the fucking Iron Sheik, dude, that you beat. You know what I mean? And he had ruled it for an iron fist for about 2 years straight. So, again, I didn't know that as a kid. I wasn't really watching that stuff. That's all stuff I found out about on watching the network, man. I love that WWE network. Go back and watch all that old wrestling. It's so great.
This was all new to me, so that makes me respect that guy way more.
Mario and Sonic Bros says he's trying to make game collection, but getting confused. I don't know what that means. And then Michael answered his own question of which wrestler would you hire as a bodyguard. He said Goldberg.
That's a good choice. Goldberg's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah,
He played for the Falcons and the Georgia Bulldogs, so we'll take it. He also played for the Carolina Panthers. Lesnar is legit too, because like he decided, fuck this. After about 6 years of wrestling and the fake wrestling, he's like, I want to go play football again, and like went out to play for those Vikings. Walked on to the Vikings again. That shows what, even if he didn't play a lick in the real time football, you know what I mean? Like they respect that man enough to let him come out there and put on a set of pads in the National Football League.
Could you imagine what that man would look like in a set of pads?
Oh, dude, I don't know how he didn't. I don't know how he didn't make the team. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't understand. Yeah. I guess he had some injuries or something that prevented it from going further or whatever. But
yeah, when he was playing for the Vikings, he actually made not the final roster, but he made the
practice squad or whatever.
Well, he was on the practice squad, and then he got moved up to the preseason roster. And they can have that expanded roster. Right. And I think he played like 3 plays or something
in a preseason game.
And then never. But he gets a lot of heat, for being a part-time football player, part-time wrestler, part-time MMA. But you know what? If he can do it,
a fucking hired assassin is what he is, and he can do it. He can do all that shit. And if he's legit holding on to real gold in this world in the UFC, you know what I mean? Like that man owned a real belt. Say what you will. He is a machine.
Chasing the classics says Papa Shango. That's who he would hire for the bodyguard.
The boogeyman. That was the creepiest gimmick, dude. Eating worms. You see that guy?
Oh yeah.
That dude was crazy.
It was hard to watch. Like turn off the segment type of gross. And there's not much you can make me turn the TV away. You know what I mean? There's not much you can put on TV to make me not keep watching. But that dude eating worms and banging clocks off his head, I was like, that's enough of this fucking guy.
Oh, I forgot about the clocks. That's hilarious.
God.
Yeah, I did too.
What the fuck is happening? It's boogeyman time. Bang, eating some worms. What the fuck? God, wrestling, you're so great.
What if that guy? What if that guy in real life is like a Harvard graduate, like well-read, very articulate,
That guy works at the bait shop.
those 15,000 words in the dictionary? You know what I mean?
He's really the dude, David Otunga. He's got David Otunga's Harvard graduate school skills. No, he's the dude that worked at the bait shop down the road and was eating worms one day when Vince drove by and got his limo filled up with gas. He's like, get this guy in the ring eating them worms. It'll be great.
Oh, man. Captain Retro, you are not right, brother.
It's true, man. Something like that had to happen, right? How does that guy get a job? What was his audition like? Did he show up in this room and eat a fucking worm? I bet he.
I didn't see him on Tough Enough. You know what I mean? He just kind of appeared.
I didn't ever see that thing on, like on what's the documentary Beyond the Mat where they had, you meet Draws for the first time and they're making him puke. He's like, he's gonna puke. He's gonna puke. And they were putting him in the Legion of Doom or whatever it was. That's the poor guy got his neck broken eventually and is now paralyzed. But long story short, if he's not dead, he might have died from it. You didn't see that way. What was his audition like? I don't want to even know. What did he do to get that job, other than just look like that? Frightening. How do you go into that interview with a bucket of worms? You either get the job or you get carried out by security. That's the only two choices there.
It's definitely an all or nothing
For
moment.
real, it's one of those. I'm all in, baby. I got my bucket of worms. Where's Vince McMahon? But seriously, Charlotte Flair could get it, son. She'd probably kick my ass though.
Nothing wrong with that.
Papa Shango, the one with the moon on his belly.
That was Kamala.
Kamala, the Ugandan giant.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like Coco Beware and Frankie.
Papa Shango was the one that had his face painted like a skull.
The top hat.
In the top hat, yeah. He looked like straight up voodoo.
Looked like Baron Samedi
That's the guy I was remembering.
from the James Bond movie.
Yeah. Live and Let Die. I love James Bond, man.
James Bond's so great. You think you like Daniel Craig? I think he might be better than Connery in my eyes at playing James Bond.
Yeah, he's all right.
Connery's a little too 60s. Everybody likes him.
Yeah.
He's a little too wife beaty.
Yeah, it's a little dated. But yeah, I definitely like Connery a lot.
I like Connery, yes. He's very good in the role, but he's very slap a woman real quick
Right.
and get
But speaking of James Bond, guys, have you guys seen Defiance? It's got the new guy that plays James Bond in it, and the dude that played Sabretooth from X-Men. It's about the Jews. It's a really good movie.
I did not.
I've heard about it.
I watched
check it out.
I watched the second season of Voltron Legendary Defender, and then I watched The People versus O.J. Simpson, all 10 parts yesterday.
That shit is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
The things I didn't know about that case could fill a book.
But I wonder how much of it is
Legit.
Yeah, like you remember that scene where the officer pulled over Johnny Cochran and his daughters?
Yeah.
Like, did that ever happen? And did Johnny Cochran ever have a positive interaction with law enforcement? You know what I mean? Like, that seemed to be sort of slanting towards.
Well, I mean, that was what the whole reason he got off was all that, race baiting and police corruption, and they were trying to, frame him, and they, that the investigation was definitely mishandled.
Well,
but
I think OJ did it. I mean, he has he's got a violent record to show it behind that baby smile and the clean cut. But I don't think that the prosecution did their job in proving beyond a reasonable doubt.
There's a theory that says he's covering up for his son. That his son did it.
Well, why
I
would
have
he
not
write
heard
this
that one.
book, guys, that said if I had done it, this is how I would have done it?
Yeah, that was just let me make some money while I'm sitting in jail.
Yeah.
because I can't think of any other way to pay my damn bills.
Retro Social Work Game Hunter, what's going on, man? He said the Boogeyman wasn't tough enough at some point.
He was?
Yeah, I don't know if he was on the show, but he might have gone to whatever WWE's version of the Power Plant is, like a
OVW.
school or something.
Ohio Valley Wrestling. Seriously, that's their camp. And it's also, the stuff down at the thing down in Orlando, but that just started in the last couple of years. NXT or whatever it's called.
Hey, CM, I can't believe with how much you like wrestling, you're not interested in these N64 wrestling games, bro.
Well, I have them.
Oh, you have them. Okay, well, that's a good thing.
The Retro Social Work Game Hunter. What a name.
Retro.
I love it. So you hunt social work games that are retro?
He's a social worker.
Yeah. He says he was.
So he should be
at
the worker retro.
Is that Ohio Valley Wrestling? I remember reading up on him at some point.
Okay. Well, yeah, OVW is Ohio Valley Wrestling. And that's where they all go through.
He came in like Carlton with the khakis and, the belt that matches the shoes and the polo shirt. Hi, everybody. I would love to be a professional wrestler. I'm a huge fan of wrestling. I've been watching it for years.
Hold on.
You know what I mean?
Worms. That's what Vince did to him. Yelled at him and handed him a bucket of worms. I got it. The Boogeyman. Here's the clock. Enjoy.
I think it's funny that I'm stereotyped as a redneck, which I'm not. I'm just a country person, but I say wrestling, and you guys say wrestling.
I say wrestling as a joke.
I say wrestling.
I think that's funny.
I say it as a joke because my father says it that way. He also says the word washcloth. He says rash cloth. Why would you want a rash cloth on anything ever?
Yeah. Throw it away.
Don't touch it.
Why would you want to look out of a window?
Yeah, a winder. They also add S's to stuff. So, like, let's go down to Kroger's. Like, bitch, it's just Kroger. It's not Kroger's. Or the K. Roger. Which I'll hear that. Let's go get some food at the K. Roger. And I'm like, oh my God, I live in the sticks. I hear stuff like that all the time when I'm out and about.
Retro Social Gamer says he feels like he can't give away those N64 wrestling games away. See, I tried to say wrestling games away. It just seems like everyone has them. Yeah, they're pretty common and they're cheap titles.
And they're fun.
So now everybody's collecting N64. That seems to be the thing because there's only 296 games or whatever. And those are cheap games that you can get that aren't, I guess, technically sports games like baseball or football.
It's also because those kids are just now hitting their 30s.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to offer them to you guys first. I already got a buyer for all this stuff.
Yeah.
If you needed a cart for that revenge, I got one for you.
I've already got it, bro. I've got more over here I can show you guys right now, loose. Wrestling games.
Wrestlers.
Wrestling.
Mercy.
I'll tell you guys.
Oh, God. I definitely have that wrestling game. It's my favorite wrestling game. Yeah, you showed us that. Well, you got that one complete box, right? Mayhem.
Right.
Madden.
Who don't own a copy of Madden? And there's a 007 beat up from hell.
They mostly all are.
I can't believe how expensive that game's actually gotten.
Like $25 right now? Something like that?
Yeah.
I gotta take it out here.
Again, it's one of the standards. If you own the N64 and you collect for it, you gotta have it. So, but it's also one of those that people who aren't collecting games, they just want, GoldenEye. I remember GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Warzone. That's a good one. Brett Favre.
Ooh, hold on, I might need that one.
One more.
Yeah, it's on the cover there. Hey, Chris, you seeing this, bro? Because I'm fixing to sell all this stuff.
Yeah, I think I have 99. Let me check on that NFL quarterback logo.
All right, I'll set it to the side. There's more wrestling.
Was that 2001? NFL Quarterback Club 2001? Yep, I need that one. I got my list out.
Come on, Bailey, beat that bitch. Sorry.
All right, let's set that one over here, Chris. Then 2 copies of this game. I hope you guys can see that.
Yeah, I got WrestleMania.
Okay, cool. So that's all the loose ones I had.
I figure
Hell, Chris, just hit me up, Chris. I don't even care about this game. Just hit me up, and I'll send it to you. You got my information. I'll just send it to you.
Yeah, is your address the same that where I sent it to before?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll send you this F0X and just send me back NFL quarter or that 2001 right there, and then whatever you think is fair.
Well,
Blind trade.
I don't know what that would be, Chris. I mean, I'll just send you the game, dude.
Just whatever. Slow CVC, what's going on, man? It's only 8 o'clock in Cali. He says All-Star Baseball 99, that's his jam.
This one?
Yeah.
Bailey's about to win the women's championship from Charlotte right now. 1, 2, 3, it's over. She wins. New champion, women's champion. Go, Bailey. That's incredible.
CVC says he just got 4 more Dreamcast games.
Ooh, Dreamcast.
Dreamcast is a great system, too. It's just I find myself not wanting to collect for it.
Yeah, I can never find the games, so
yeah.
And then they're expensive.
It's like
when you find them.
It's hard to find, and when they are, you know, it's fucking more than you want to spend for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Captain Retro and Chris, I'm thinking about thinning my stuff down and collecting just for the NES, the Super NES, and the Sega. So I'm probably going to get rid of all the rest of the stuff I got. Maybe the Atari, I'll keep that stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, my main 3 things are Nintendo, Super Nintendo, GameCube, and then I'd say Genesis is a slow third.
Genesee,
and Master System too, because I've got a pretty decent Master System collection. But everything else I like is pretty much the flippable stuff, especially 64. Fucking Nintendo 64, I could care less. Terrible graphics. They do not hold up. It's hard to play those games and not go blind. So I respected it at the time. I liked it at the time. It does not hold its nostalgia for me.
Me either. And
the GameCube.
This video's coming out. All this stuff is stuff I was just going to trade out for whatnot. Didn't want to show in the video, and this is one of them. It's you guys can see that. I hope
the cart or the tray holder.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's in box.
Nice.
I don't want it. I'm getting rid of that as well.
Damn, I bet that's worth a pretty penny because it looked like the box is in nice condition.
It is, Chris. It's like Mac and Z minty fresh.
Retro Social Work Games Hunter says he's going to purge his collection of Dreamcast games. No fun collecting for it for me. Well, Retro Social Work Game Hunter, get up with CVC. Maybe you guys can work something out because he's big into the Dreamcast.
MC Murr just farted.
Hey-o!
Yeah, good for MC Murr, for sure.
NES Addict is joined us.
What's up, Jay?
What's up, man?
I like certain PlayStation 1 games. You know, I've got like a handful of pretty much every system of stuff that I'll keep for them, you know. And I've got one of each machine that I'm going to hold on to, that I play or I test things with. But most of my stuff is Flip Town City.
Retro Social Work Game Hunter says that that's what he keeps all of his games in. He has 12 of those damn N64 containers. So he's got 12 of those. No wonder I can't find one.
They only hold 10 games, right?
I think so. Let's see.
That's 120 games in there you got.
It's a pretty good N64 collection.
Oh yeah. Especially if they're all in a sweet ass little bindle like that, little box.
I saw a couple of those at CorgsCon last year. They wanted $45 for them, but they weren't in the greatest condition.
It's 24 games that it holds, guys.
Woo!
Or this one is.
It's what, 288?
I've got what you can see on the shelf, if you can see them, and another little stack over there on the floor. But there's a little. That's all I got of 64 stuff. There's a few more things floating around inside there, Zeldas and shit. They're in the box. But Zeldas and shit. I don't know. They had Yodas and shit on them. Name that movie.
Yodas. It also fits a controller in there as well.
Yes, wait, CVC wants to know if he can join the live stream and do a live unboxing of the Dreamcast games. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Please.
Yes, please do that.
Man, I like that DuckTales 2 box I keep seeing by your head, man. I kind of want that thing. What you want for that DuckTales 2?
All right, CVC, I sent you an invite. What are you offering?
I don't know. What you want?
$1 million. I'll be right back, guys.
I think this movie's going to be funny, too. This fist fight movie with Ice Cube and the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I think that's going to be a good flick.
NES Addict says, hey, CMRetro, do you have a spare Castlevania box?
For the first Castlevania, no.
Retro Social Work Game Hunter says he has a complete set of N64 games, all 296. Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Including the not-for-sales and the sculpt.
Well, that wouldn't be included, nor would the variant carts.
No. Oh, I had a question, Chris, on variant carts. Here's a question I can propose to the lobby. I thought about making a video about how to spot a fake.
Uh-huh.
But I would need to make the fake first. Because I'm not buying a fucking fake anyway. You know, I'm not going to get caught. But I would like to take this sticker off of this Turok Rage Wars and put it onto a gray cart and show, like, how you can tell that's been done. You know what I mean?
Well, CMRetro, they do that with heat guns and stuff to get that label off.
Right. There's a way to get this off of here pretty well. It's the same exact label that's on, you know, this cart is worth $7. The it's 110, 130 bucks, some shit for the gray version of this game. Same exact sticker. So how many of those are floating around on the planet? You know what I mean? That people have already made fakes of, taking the label off this black cart and putting it on a gray cart and sticking the game in there, you know? I just wanted to see how easy it was to do it. So I was going to make an episode. Is that a good idea or a bad idea? Does that promote people taking that idea and being like, I'm going to fucking make a bunch of fakes?
I think you got to be careful doing that because
you not show the step-by-step process if I can figure out how to do it, because I was going to take a couple Maddens and test.
Yeah, but I got to be honest. I would think that there's probably printers out there that could print off a label, right? Like,
well, you can get some pretty well-made fucking repro labels, and you can find some, you know, some pretty legit-looking stuff, but you're never going to find something that's exactly right, because, you know, this. I don't think. I mean, I think this is a proprietary type of sticker stuff that they used.
Well, CMRetro, I got this redneck buddy, and he did it with a freaking heat gun, bro. He took that label off that same cart you're talking about,
right?
And done that, and sold it to GameStop.
Oh, really?
And they bought it.
How much did he get for it?
I'm not really sure what he got for it, but I know he did sell it to GameStop.
I mean, that's an interesting concept because if it's a Nintendo board and then Nintendo heat shielding on the board, Nintendo cartridge, and the Nintendo label, is it really a fake?
It is. It was not originally a gray cart. my eyes, that's a fake, right? It's a
Yeah, it's compromised.
it's a doctor compromised version of that cart, and you're really getting a Madden cartridge and not the original gray Turok cart that came with the Turok.
And Captain Retro, I'll tell you how he done it because I watched him do it. He took the cart apart, right? He heated the top part of the cart from the bottom, okay? And the label just peeled right off.
I mean,
And then he placed it on the gray cart.
here, I've never tried to take an original label off a game. I've never had any kind of thought towards that. The reason it came into my head was because of my Earthbound that's back here is a real Earthbound cartridge and label, but was a Super Tecmo Bowl 3 inside of it when I bought it, and that was the first game I didn't take my game bit. I didn't open it up. It's like my warning system to not do that, and it wasn't necessarily a fake because the cartridge is real, but somebody had swapped out the ROM inside for some reason. So,
Well, you was asking about how that you could switch that label out legit, right?
right, I'm saying like how to spot a counterfeit is really. Should I make a video called "How to Spot a Counterfeit" and like make my own counterfeit to show how to spot one, or should I just not do that? Keeps counterfeits out of the world.
Well, I would say definitely put the video of how to spot a counterfeit game for sure.
Oh wait, CVC's about ready to do his reveal.
Yeah, he's got
After having to listen to crunch, crunch, and then he's looking around like a cartoon villain. Like, is anybody hearing this? Is anybody watching? Crumble, crumble, scissor, 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 tape, tape, tape.
I
All
got
right,
another
brother,
one.
what do you got?
fashion, isn't it?
All right, first one. Fantasy Star Online.
Damn, that's a good one.
Mint. $10. Next up. You guys can talk. It'll be a while.
Well, if we talk, then our pictures are going to be up, and if you talk, then so I'm just going to be quiet and let you have the floor. That way we can all see what you're getting on the big screen.
That grin is not good. That's a grin of a man who knows what he's got.
If you see red, just look away.
Retro Social Work Gamer said he picked up Disney Sports Basketball for $50. And he was pretty excited about that. Yeah, those games are expensive on the GameCube.
Oh, this is a nicely wrapped foam padding. All right. Let's see. We got Legacy of Kain Soul Reaper.
Oh,
Mint. Nice. Crazy Taxi. All Stars. Just fingerprints. And Plasma Sword.
That's a good one.
oh, that's a good one. Damn.
Mint. Just need a new case. The inside is one of the little holding pieces is broken off. So I'll just replace the case on that one. So 4 new games for the collection.
Nice. How many Dreamcast games do you have?
They all fit in this drawer.
Is it a big drawer?
Just from here to there. Maybe 30 or so, or 40.
Nice.
You got Power Stone?
No.
I only have the Power Stone collection on PSP, but it's great.
Yeah, I'm looking to get it. It's just they're hard to come by in the wild. When I do find them, I pick them up no matter what they are, because I can easily just trade them if I need it. That's it.
Well, nice, man. Congrats on the new games. I do like Crazy Taxi, man. I like it better on the Dreamcast. I think I have it on PS2 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, so best one's on Dreamcast. That one
Well,
and
John,
the third one for the
your
Xbox.
Dreamcast collection.
What's
Huh?
that?
Are you trying to complete your Dreamcast collection, John?
Just what I can find for a good price.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having the entire library, but I doubt I'll ever get that way. But if I can find games at a really cheap price, I'll be like, done. Because these only cost me $2 because the money I use is from stuff I sold on eBay.
NES Addict says he wish he knew anything about the old Sega Dreamcast. It's not in his scope of knowledge. But he did play Crazy Taxi once on the Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Dreamcast about 6 months after they launched.
Yeah, I've got two, and I don't even play it.
At that point in my life, I didn't have a lot of time to play games. I had a full-time restaurant, a bar, and shit, trying to run it. I definitely played Power Stone on it, and I remember really, really, really liking Ready to Rumble Boxing.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Yeah.
The best three I got for the Dreamcast would have to be Evil Dead,
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I played that one too. Then Hail to the King.
Ooga Booga, and Mortal Kombat Gold.
Nice.
I had that too. I've had again pretty much everything. If it came out, I pretty much owned it, or I tried to own it at one point and for a little while and played it and got rid of it. That's what I mean by catch and release. I'll get something just to see what it's like. You know what I mean? Like that Neo Geo Gold thing. I picked one of those up for about 6 months and played the shit out of it and had enough of it and passed it on to the next person who wants to play it. You know?
Yeah.
But John, this is all I got in my collection. This is Crazy Taxi, Sega All Stars. It's like greatest hits or whatever. And I also have the copy that's not greatest hits.
Yeah.
And then Seaman Loose.
I got C-Man complete.
Yeah, I got a C-Man, but no. I got it complete with the disc and the case, but not the microphone.
No microphone either. Yeah.
NBA 2K. Tee-Off.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is Sega Sports NFL 2K. For the Dreamcast.
All right.
2K.
That's my collection for the Dreamcast.
Yeah, I got 2K and 2K1 and 2K2.
Retro Social Work Game Hunter says he's got to go, so take care, man. Thanks for stopping by.
See you, man.
That's pretty awesome that you have a complete N64 collection. I think you showed that off in a video. Like, I just don't remember right now.
I'd probably say one of the best Dreamcast games for soundtracks is this one. Kiss Psycho Circus.
Yeah, that's a crazy game right there.
That's a hard to find, right? It's pretty expensive.
It's not too expensive.
There's a guy right now on a Craigslist in Atlanta. If you're interested, I almost picked it up the other day to resell it all myself, but if I know somebody looking for it, he has a Dynamite Cop and a couple other things for Dreamcast for sale. He wanted $100 with a Dreamcast console, Dynamite Cop, and 3 or 4 other games that were with it. They were pretty decent games.
Yeah.
This is probably 3 years ago. I was at a Goodwill, and you check their DVDs and the toys and the CD section. Well, I was flipping through the CD section, and I saw 2 Dreamcast games, and they were sports games. And I opened one up, and it was like NFL 2K, but inside was like virtual tennis. You know what I mean? It was like another sports game. One of it was like, I don't know, some other sports game. Probably like a baseball game or something. And I opened it up, and it was that Dynamite Cop. Is that the...
Jesus Christ.
No, it's not. It was the Die Hard one.
Sorry to interrupt, but I just clicked Craigslist here in Atlanta, and somebody is selling Mega Man X, 1, 2, 3, Mega Man 7, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 3, Super Mario RPG, Contra 3, Yoshi's Island, and Turtles 4. He says, I'm throwing these up here first to see if anyone wants to realistically buy them, but before I put them on eBay. I'm not looking for eBay prices here, but I'm also not going to let someone else make a ton of profit. There might be some room to buy something nice there.
Yeah.
Try it.
So I didn't. I hate it when they don't have a price.
Yeah, like give me a starting number at least.
Yeah. Almost
Because the thing is, oh, okay. So it was that Die Hard game for Dreamcast, and they were like $1.99, and I should have bought them both just because they're Dreamcast, but I left them like a dummy. But I hate that on Craigslist when people say, make an offer. And it's like, you have to know if you're going to say make an offer that you're going
What
to
they're
get
worth.
every fucking scumbag, slimy lowballer on the planet. I had somebody
$1,
ask me yesterday.
$1.25, $1.50.
Yeah, I had somebody offer me yesterday. I have a mint condition of New Super Mario Brothers Wii. Not an uncommon
Mhm.
game. Very nice condition. Still a $20, $25 game. I have it posted at $25. Somebody said, "Would you take $5 for this game?"
No.
Seriously.
No. Like, why would you even? Like, how many suckers have you come
Yeah.
across that will give you an 80% discount just because you asked for it?
Exactly. Before I forget, it also came with the Sonic Adventure 2 trial.
Oh, nice.
Fancy Star
That's
Rail.
nice.
So now I got both. 1 and version 2.
Cool. Very cool.
The Murr says he's got to take off because he's got to get the baby to sleep. Good luck with that, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Later, Mark.
Whiskey or scotch on the gun works wonders. Oh, sleeping. Never
I don't even
mind.
know what Dreamcast.
Later, Murray. Sorry, I just heard that. I'm gonna do the damn thing.
Now I gotta make room in here now.
Okay, he's got Soul Calibur, Dynamite Cop, Crazy Taxi, Grind Radio, and a Dreamcast, and a controller, and a DMU for $100. That's not a bad price.
Yeah, for someone who doesn't have it and
Yeah,
wants to go ahead and pay for what they're worth, yeah, but I'm cheap.
right. Well, I've on Amazon I get $70 for a Dreamcast console. I've gotten $50 for Dynamite Cop a couple times. Again, there's money to be made in that lot still if you wanted to make one of them.
And Dreamcast is still, at least in my area, a little wishy-washy, right? So, like, Buybacks, which is a chain store that sells DVDs, VHS, CD, the whole thing, they'll still sell Dreamcast consoles for $24.99.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy today at the pawn shop wanted $50 for a Dreamcast with a third-party controller that looked like dog shit, and then he had a stack of burned games that went with it. And I'm like, well, how much do you want for this? And he's like, well, make me an offer. And I said, well, Buyback sells these consoles for $25, so I'm going to hit you at $25. He's like, oh, that's a little low. And then he went and checked on it. He's like, yeah, I can do 50. And I'm like, not with that controller. It did come in a nice little Dreamcast bag. And I said, I'm not so sure you should be selling counterfeit goods.
Bootleg, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I see bootleg DVDs all over the place at Goodwill now.
yeah.
I don't
The ones
mind
from
no.
overseas.
Bad Company, what's going on, man? How long have I been going for? 8. And just so some of you guys that are new, that are in here, I actually have a Facebook page. I started that Facebook page today, so I'm still kind of learning the Facebook system and setting up the profile and all that. But a link to that is in the description down below. Also, just some house cleaning stuff. I talked about the length of my streams. We're going to end our streams at midnight. So on Mondays, if we start at 7, we'll go to midnight. If we start at 8, we'll go to midnight, because I can no longer continue to go till 4 a.m. because then I end up sleeping till like noon, and especially drinking as much as I had been drinking. The last 2 streams, I actually haven't even been drinking. So
Yeah, that's good, Sim.
it's just I've got other stuff to do. You know what I mean? Like if I had nothing to do on a Tuesday, but still, I don't want to waste a whole day because I stayed up from midnight to 4. So.
Yeah, I know. We did that together.
And I wanted to start earlier at like 7 p.m., but you guys on the West Coast, that's, let me do my math. That's 1:30 a.m.
The one of us. The one of us.
Well, there's a couple of you like Bianca's out there.
Yeah, because is she even watching right now?
I don't think she's watching now, but she was watching earlier, and I told her to get in front of a computer and a camera, and we'd Google Hangout her.
Yeah.
Said she's the coolest because she's into Micro Machines too. So.
I used to be when they first came out.
Yeah, my Facebook page is strictly for gaming. No family members on it, anything like that.
Good. Is it a business account?
Unless they're into gaming. No, just a regular people account.
You can make a business account. You just have to use your personal one to make it, or just make it.
Retro Canadian says, "Damn, this thing is still going." Yeah, man, we usually do
You should know by
four or
now.
5 hours. Put in the work, son. Josh,
People should know by now.
what's going on, man? If you don't know,
Oh, you didn't know?
dong, dong, dong,
Your ass better call somebody.
dong, dong, dong.
Road dog.
Gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
WWF is proud to present to you its tag team champions of the world, the Road Dogg Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn, the new age Outlaws. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you, and it's on my shirt,
Eat shit.
my AAA shirt. I thought that was funny when Dan was like, "Yeah, AAA gets disheartened when Captain Retro talks smack."
Oh,
You
yeah.
heard the guy.
I'm
Man,
so-
And you win the
just hurt
shirt.
feelings all over the place this week.
that cracks me up. You know why? Because a fucking heel, if you can't take the heat, son, get out the kitchen. You can't be a heel and then have like thin skin.
Yeah,
What are you
can't
going to be in a
you
heel?
can't be the bad guy. Although that would be a whole new gimmick, right? Like,
You made fun of me. Ridiculous.
to be the heel and then not be able to take it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so me and Murr, we're going to do some type of – I've got a couple ideas for throwback promos, wrestling promos to cut on it at AAA. We just haven't been able to get together and shoot it yet, but I want him to be my manager. And like Paul Bearer style, like he introduces me and I'm – we do like a couple like the Undertaker style where he's
My Undertaker.
with something goofy like that, and then we'll do like a Ultimate Warrior style where I'm just ranting and raving and going nuts.
You should work a gimmick because he's the All-American athlete. You should be like the international athletic champion because that's more than an American athlete. That's
The Universal.
yeah.
That's not a good idea. Counter him by being better than him on all levels. And get my supplements from Croatia and not
There you go.
Croatian supplements.
And you should just one up him. Like, oh, you had an injury and won a dance competition. I was shot 5 times and still did, something.
Still won a
Just
limbo contest.
be a constant one upper.
I was shot 9 times in the ear and still won a limbo competition.
You take Mexican supplements, I make Mexican supplements, and then take said Mexican supplements.
Those Mexican supplements you take are made from my sweat. Yeah. So just kidding. We got to do something. I got to get in on the wrestling aspect of their show. That's how I'm going to show up. Mosley has shown up as like, hey, Mosley. He's over there. He lives next door. I'm going to be the wrestler from out of town that shows up to challenge the champ.
Bad Company says, when I hear the letters AAA, I think of where I went to high school. Okay. So where did you go to high school?
Now you have to ask yourself, do you want to ask that question?
And is it AAAHS? Because that sounds like a counseling service.
Or they're going to come fix your car.
Yeah, they're going to fix your car.
Help you get off the side of the road. Oh, yeah. I do a pretty good macho man, yeah, when you're talking down here, yeah. You just got to do, like, quiet macho man. That's the only way you can do macho man.
He said he went to the Atlanta Adventist Academy?
7th
AAA. Okay. Makes sense.
church school.
Uh-huh.
We also have a place, something called, starts with an A. It's another Christian, a Christian Academy, ACA. And had I known that that there was a performing arts high school, kind of like Fame in Atlanta, I would have tried to go there instead of going to a regular high school. But that's where Outcast went. The guys in Outcast and fucking Usher and a couple other people went to this performing arts type of high school thing in Atlanta, in Decatur. I didn't even know it existed.
Nice.
But I should not. I'm not.
NES Addict is saying that he's still here. He's just practicing Battletoads.
That's one you really got to practice.
Yeah. I do want to beat that game someday.
The hardest part is those jetpack things.
Yeah. Josh wants to know if we can send him an invite. Honestly, man, we're winding this down, and we're gonna be out of here in like 20 minutes.
Yep. I always join late.
Says NES Addict says, Captain Retro, what are you doing August 19th? Sounds like a date.
August 19th. That's a long ways away. My world doesn't work like that. I don't know, man. Is an awesome band coming to Atlanta? What's going on August 19th? If it's the same weekend as Dallas, I just saw that Greenville is having a gaming expo.
Yeah.
If it's the same weekend as Dallas Retro Palooza, then no.
Kane Deathbreaker, what's going on, man?
What up, Kane? Kane in the house. What's up, brother?
Damn it, I forgot to ask Edge for Gaming if he had his shirt on. Because you kept calling him, with WB, you kept referring to him as Magnus Vermagnuson from the Strongman competitions. That was funny.
Magnus Samuelson. I was just screwed up that night.
Yeah.
Thor. What was that? Thor Half Thor? What was that? Half Thor Johnson? What's that guy's name? Half Thor is his name. He's like half of Thor.
Is he the good half or the bad half?
Oh, he's a muscly half, just like that Magnus Vermagnuson dude. Is a giant muscle ball waiting to kill you. Those guys are monsters, man. Tugging that Atlas ball, I love that part of the competition where they gotta get that ball.
That goes up to like 500 pounds, 600 pounds. The last ball is ridiculous.
It's all kilograms, but yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, what's that in real people weight?
Yeah, what's that in? My car gets 9 rams to the hog's head, damn it. And that's the way I like it. Yeah, I don't know what a kilogram is to a pound.
NES Addict says plan ahead when you talk about that convention.
Same weekend as Retro Palooza Houston. No, I'll be in Houston. I mean, as Dallas, I'll be in Dallas. But otherwise, I can come up there. Greenville ain't too far. That's like a 2-hour drive.
Josh asks, "Hey CMRetro, what are you doing tomorrow?" I don't know, man. I don't know. It looks like GameStop's giving like $8.40 for PlayStation 1s, so I might go trade in one of those. And I got a $5 trade bonus for anything over $5 or something. So maybe go to GameStop and get $13 more towards my PlayStation 4.
I've got a $50 off coupon at one of our gaming stores. Purchase over $100, so I can go get me a $100 game bucks tomorrow if I wanted to. Actually, that's good. I'm glad you reminded me. Send me a text.
Nice.
Hey,
Or
Chris?
if you trust them to send you a piece of retro, order it offline.
No.
No, it's not GameStop. It's at Video Game. It's called Video Game. But they sent me a coupon.
Bad Company said, "How much did I pay Dan to win this contest?" I didn't pay Dan anything.
Hey, Chris, I'm looking for a PS4, man.
Yeah, it's one of my gaming goals for this year is to add a PS4 because I want to play The Last of Us 2 when it comes out.
Go to a pawn
Okay, so I'm gonna be trading my Wii U for a PS4. Hopefully, if it works out, and if it
Yeah,
does,
get the remastered Last of Us 1.
That's a good one.
Yeah, well, I've got the one on the PS3,
original.
so I don't know if I need the remastered one, but if I find it for cheap, I'll definitely pick it up. I saw one on OfferUp. Somebody wanted $10, and they were like 5 minutes from my house, but it was gone in like a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Michael says, last question. You guys gonna watch Beauty and the Beast movie? No.
No.
Actually,
Fiance wants to watch it, so I'll probably get drug into that.
it looks pretty good, man. It's got Hermione as Beauty. I can deal with that. Hermione's fucking.
Looking forward to watch John Wick 2.
Yeah, I want to go see that too. I just watched the first one again like 2 nights ago, so I could be caught up as to what exactly happened.
Yep.
It's apparently like a direct sequel, which doesn't happen very often anymore.
Yeah. He's called in to do another favor. And
Right.
He refuses.
I've heard the body count is probably triple what the first movie is.
Probably.
In that first movie, man, if they'd have marketed that right, it could have been the biggest movie of 2014. Like, that was such a well-made film for such a terrible trailer to not tell you exactly what the story is. You just think it's another generic Keanu Reeves, oh yeah, I guess I'm back action movie.
Yeah.
Like, that was the line in the trailer that they used as like the key line in the movie. Is like, people keep asking me if I'm back. Yeah, I guess I'm back. And like, they didn't even use that take, that goofy ass take in the movie. There's a different take altogether of him saying that line, and it's way better. And why didn't they market it right? John Wick could have been huge. That's all I'm saying.
I lost count with the headshots that dude got in that movie. That was ridiculous.
It's all close range, dude. He doesn't like to shoot a gun more than 5 feet. Like, don't get anywhere within a 6-foot radius of the man, because he will put a bullet through you at that range.
I'm
he doesn't
super stoked to see that second one.
Have you seen that thing on Facebook? It's Keanu Reeves running that gun course.
No,
Yeah.
I just got a Facebook, man.
Dude, look
It's
up,
on YouTube.
Google it. Yeah, Google Keanu Reeves running a gun course. It'll blow your fucking mind, Chris. You think you're a badass, and I'm sure you are. Watch
You
it.
should check out. Is it his sister or his wife? She does the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's his wife. I think they've been
Oh,
They
boning
both do it.
guns for the last 10
They're
years.
they're sending me to this Ohio Tactical Officers Convention in the first week of June. It's up by Sandusky, Ohio. Oh man, it's gonna be badass.
Dusky, can you get some brake pads from
I
Tommy
got yeah. From
Send me
Callahan.
some gear.
Callahan brake pads, please?
But I'm stuck in rifle armorer class on Wednesday and Thursday, and then I'm on the range on Friday. So it's like you got to get through that boring part to get to the range.
Yeah, the range is the best part.
Yeah.
Well, I
I
got
had 10 and a half hours of overtime like 2 weeks ago, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah.
Chris is a pretty fast shot. If you watch that video there, Captain Retro, he's pretty
I can
quick.
cycle the shit out of a gun. That's for
That man,
sure.
man is a shooter.
How,
Zombie apocalypse comes, add it up to fucking Chris's house.
how'd you do on the Lute?
So King Deathbreaker saying EB Games is selling a complete 360 500 gig, 2 games, 1 downloadable for $99 in store only. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go to Cedar Point, man. I haven't been there in forever. But it's at the Kalahari Indoor Water Park and Resort first week of June.
And there are Xbox 360s in my pawn shops right now.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them. Yeah.
And don't buy anything unless it's a black one. Do not buy a white one. But
Yeah, I've had like 5 consoles that failed on me.
yeah, I went through white ones myself. Like day one, in 3 months, I had Red Ring of Death, and I sent it back, and they sent me a new for a refurbished mine, and it red ringed again for about 3 months. I did that 4 times before I finally upgraded to the Elite, and it's never had a problem. I still got
The NES Addict says his white one still works fine. He got it in 09, but how much do you actually play it? I mean, did you put some time on it?
I put some
That's
out.
all. That's
That
all
was,
I heard about the white one.
my Elite is all I played after I got it. Like I didn't have a PS3 during the cycle. Like when it was out, I just had this 360, so I was 360 madman.
So, Captain Retro, to your point, you were right, bro. Here's an Elite right here.
Yep.
NES X. He said he played a lot of Halo and he got it when Circuit City went out of business. Out of business.
Out of business.
I was there. I worked for him.
My brother actually is a big Halo fan, and he actually has denounced Microsoft on the count of the Xbox 360. He's bought like 7 of them damn things, or had them refurbished and all this stuff. Just really bad failure rate.
I will give them this. They took care of it and didn't make me pay any money to do it. They sent me the box to send it back to them in. You know, like it was. They handled it, I thought, professionally for how shitty of a console they put out for the first year and a half it was being made.
Yeah, but if you're sitting playing Halo on Xbox Live, right, and all of a sudden this thing quits, and you got to send it off, you got to go through all this stuff, and then it takes a while for it to come back. It's like, damn, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I did it. It sucked. Trust me, I went through it. And I was not happy about it. But thank God, being a gamer, I had other machines I could sit around and play when I was wanting to play a video game for my Xbox to come back. Because it, at the time, was the only thing new generation I had. And now I've got it all. I've got the fucking Xbox One and a PS4. And, like, I decided to get back into gaming hardcore about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you guys if you got the time before we have to conclude this. What is the game you play the most on your old consoles? For me, I'll just go ahead and tell you right now that it is Castlevania 4 on the Super Nintendo. That's what I'm playing now. Chris, you got that game. So there you go.
Yeah, I would say the games I play the most on my older consoles, pre-6th generation consoles, Mega Man X, Mega Man 2. It's kind of hard to say because I kind of go through phases, right? Like now I want to play Battletoads for 3 weeks, but those staples, the staples from the NES and Super Nintendo, you know, I like to play those. So we got CMRetro. Oh, I can't see it.
Zelda.
Zelda.
I go, let me do this. This is better.
Yeah, there you go. You can put that down.
I play Zelda probably once a month, man, and I just picked up this Zelda Outlands a while back, and I have yet to play it. But on Thursday, I'm going over to Murs, and me and him are going to attempt to blind play through Zelda Outlands and film it.
Cool, man.
It's a whole new game, you know, a whole new ROM hack or whatever. Not new, but it's been out for a while. But it's my first time of ever seeing it or playing it. I've yet to put it in and check it out. I was waiting for Mur to help me out and play with me because we want to try and go back to our childhood like that. Like, let's get some ROM hacks of games we like and see if we can beat them without, you know, looking at the internet and not without, you know, drawing our own maps and going back old school on it. So we're gonna. Will this thing turn on? Let's.
CVC, what games do you play? Hello?
I'm here. I'm going to show you what I play.
Oh. Do you live in Missouri? Are you from the Show Me State?
Ha ha ha.
Like Nelly? Okay, CMRetro, you can put that down. I like when James did that in the video. Hey, Link, have you seen the remote control? Great, cool. You can put that down. So, Josh, why were you asking me what I'm doing tomorrow? You keeping tabs on me? NES Addict wants to frame a Zelda map. Well, if you were here earlier, you'll see CMRetro picked up a very minty Zelda map inside of a Nintendo Power Issue 1.
There you go.
Here we go.
Sunset Riders.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Arcade version.
Was that Mario?
That's Sunset. It's a great game.
Here's my controller.
Oh. Playing on the.
Playing on the.
That's shit I don't know how to do, man. I don't know how to soft mod stuff. I don't know anything about mods. I have a modded Dreamcast and a modded.
I learned how to do it just watching a YouTube video for like 20 minutes.
You have a PC or a Mac?
I got a Mac.
Oh, well then I need to watch whatever you watch because everything I see seems to be like, here's how to do it on a PC, and I can't figure it out because I'm using a fucking Mac.
I'm not worried about the mods. I'm just glad that CBC is actually playing an old game. That's what I'm interested in.
I got this one, and the other one I play back and forth is the X-Men Children of the Atom, both the arcade version, not the SNES.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a good one.
Beat 'em up. What is that? Brawler?
Yep.
It's funny you talk about those Zelda games, CMRetro. Josh Creep Leet has a really cool YouTube channel. His gaming goal for this year was to play through as many Zelda games as he could, and he's never actually played through any of the Zelda games. So what he did was they sat down with his friends in a live stream, and they played through Zelda 1. Took him like 7 or 8 hours or whatever. And then he plugged in Zelda 2. And it's funny because that's a game that I'm super familiar with. I have a no-death run of that game to my record. And, they're doing all this stuff, and I'm like, no, level up. No, go over there and get this. I'm like yelling at the screen. So, they just finished Link to the Past. Or they started Link to the Past. So if you guys are interested in that, I'm curious to watch them play Ocarina of Time because that's the one I've never played.
I would like to do that as well.
I haven't played Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword, but I have them both. I just never played them.
I don't know how far he intends to go up. What's up, Shad Juice?
I was afraid that one of those would make me not like Wind Waker as much as I like Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Wind Waker is my favorite Zelda game, but my closest to my heart is obviously, but then my favorite of the series is Wind Waker and probably Link to the Past after that.
Yes.
But this Outlands, like I said, like this is gonna be so much fun playing a fucking new 8-bit Zelda game.
So, Captain Retro, what's the deal with that game right there?
This is a ROM hack. I mean, it's available online. You can probably download it and run it on an emulator. It's just called Zelda Outlands. But somebody took it and put it on a little chip and put it on a ROM, board and put it in an old. This is, I think, an old Zelda cartridge, or the back of it is. It's got the gold label on the back.
Yeah.
Well, how do you get your hands on that card? I don't do the digital stuff. I like to have stuff in hand.
I got this at a game store here in town, the retro game shop. They have a shelf that's all repros and ROM hacks, and there's a Mario and shit on Genesis they've got sitting there, and they've got Rockman, all the Rockman games on Genesis that aren't, at least that weren't released. There's a lot of Japanese games that weren't released in America that they've got. And you can go online. There's a bunch of different places that make them. In fact, that guy I was talking about earlier, John Riggs, Rigged Games, he makes ROM hacks, and he puts YouTube celebrities in them. So he just made a game for RGT 85. It's I forget what game it's based on, but he put little RGT. He made a little sprite of RGT and stuck him in there, and he's Sean. He's running around through the game like his own game. The little guy smoking a cigarette and picking up Dr. Peppers. It's great.
Nice.
He took like all the Ninja Turtles and made them each their own video game on the Nintendo out of City Connection. So he hacked the game City Connection and put its own version for Raphael, its own version for Donatello, and its own version for Leonardo, and made a much more fun Turtles game on 8-bit systems than the first Turtles is. But you can find them anywhere, man. Just go online and just start looking up ROM hacks and where to buy.
Yeah, Bad Company Gaming saying they sell it on eBay. So just go into eBay and type in Zelda Outlands.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. There's another one that I wanted to get that had forget the fucking name. It was another ROM hack of the first Zelda game, and it was Evil Link version or something like that. And I also had at one point. Well, I bought this the other day too, but I left this with Murray. MC Murray's going to play this because I've already beat it. Blood Moon. This is Castlevania Blood Moon. Somebody took Castlevania and hacked it and made it a little bit tougher and changed up some things. You can actually walk while whipping. You can jump higher. A couple little changes to the first Castlevania and made it a tougher game. Which the first Castlevania is pretty tough anyway, but that's one of my bread and butters. I can walk through that game like backwards. So I loved playing Blood Moon, man. It was like just another challenging version of Castlevania, and I had to have it on cart because I don't do emulators because I'm not smart enough to run it on my computer.
Nice. CVC, if I'm ever in your neck of the woods, we're playing that X-Men game, man. I haven't played that game for years.
Yeah.
Is it a brawler or a platformer? What is that one?
It's a brawler like the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade.
Yeah.
Who
I
else
remember the arcade cabinet for it was sweet.
Yeah, it was huge.
What are the characters on it?
You got Cyclops, Wolverine, Dazzler, Colossus.
Is there a
Hey,
fighting game with
CVC.
Nightcrawler? Because I had that at one point, I think.
I think he's in there, yeah.
Maybe I did have that one.
See, is that the one where Wolverine's claws are out all the time, or the one that you got to retract them?
No, they're
And
usually
it's-
out when you fight them.
Okay, cool.
Children of the Atom, you said?
No, just X-Men arcade.
All right, guys, we are getting close to quitting time, but I want to thank everybody on the panel for being here and give you guys the last word. So we'll start with CVC, Captain Retro, Woodbury, and then I'll shut her down. So CVC, any final thoughts, last words?
I'll try and get in earlier next time. How's that?
Perfect. Well said.
That's good.
Very succinct. Captain.
Captain!
It's a Captain Retro show.
That's how you know I'm over. It's over with. I just yell my own name at the camera.
All right, Bad Company. Thanks for stopping by. NES Addict, thanks for stopping by. As the viewership's like, psh, 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 psh.
Yeah.
All right, WB, what do you got for us, brother?
I love you guys, man. I appreciate everything you guys do, and I love you guys. So thumbs up, and yeah, as always, love you guys.
See you, man.
See you guys in the next one.
Love having you guys in
See
here. I think we've established the appropriate panel for these live streams. You know what I mean? Like the first time, and I was telling Alex earlier that it's really trial by fire. You learn a little bit something every time. And the first time, it was like super chaotic. I think CVC was there, but people coming in and people coming out, not knowing how to get people to pause their YouTube screen. So I think we have with WB, Tight White, Paul, Chad, Bad Company, NES Addict, Captain Retro, CVC, all those guys. I think we've got sort of an established, set of standards that we all understand, and I appreciate that. And I think it makes it better, to be honest with you.
Chad's
When
like,
everybody's
I didn't
not-
even know this was going on.
Yeah, when everybody's not, talking over each other, or has some weird whistle going in the background. So,
Yeah.
guys, I want to thank you all for stopping by again. I just started a new Facebook page, still in the framing stages of it, learning how to use it. The link is in the description down below if you want to get on the CMRetro train early. And we will see you guys in a couple of weeks on the next live stream. Take care, guys.